All right, welcome everyone. It's Thursday,
It's
which means
self-care
it's Self-Care
Thursday.
Thursday.
We know
We're finally
myself.
back on the air,
After a week.
and of course, as many of you know, today is our celebration of Frank the Gargoyle,
Frank the Christmas Gargoyle.
the Christmas Gargoyle.
Yep. As you guys sign on, let us know if it's your first time with us, where you're painting from. We'll try and give some shout outs tonight.
And please, if you're new and it's your first time joining us, if you see anything that advertises or says that you can join the Frank the Gargoyle painting session, you are already here with us. So please do not participate in that. Do not click on it. Just ignore it if it shows up in the chat section.
Yep. Very good. Cheers.
We know that we expect a lot of new people who have been following the Frank the Gargoyle story. And as I'm rolling through the chat section, I already see Christmas painting. Watch Frank the Christmas Gargoyle. Okay, do not click on that if you're new, please. You're already here with us.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with us. That's clickbait.
Yep.
Just ignore that.
That's right.
We want you people who are new to let us know where you're from.
Yeah.
So we can pin up on the map that we have of the United States.
Where everybody's painting from.
Yes. And we want you to get settled in because we're going to be starting in a couple of minutes.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone.
It's a lot of people joining us tonight, so I won't be able to read off the names like I normally do. So please just put in the chat section where you're from and if it's your first time joining us. And as for all our regular viewers, we want you to put stuff in the chat section too.
Welcome and thank you, of course, as always.
Yes, we get to look through all of the chat, all of the things that you say, all of the things you put in here after. For people who are new, just keep in mind that what we always do is when we have an event on Facebook, a session. It's not a tutorial, it's a session. When we have a session, what we always do is we record the video and then we post it on our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Mimosa's Masterpieces.
That's
Please
right.
visit our website. Our website is mimosasmasterpieces.com.
You got it.
You can check on all of our upcoming events right here on our Facebook page. All you got to do is come to our page, check on events, and it'll tell you what's coming up. When you go to our YouTube channel, we have over 80 different sessions that we've had over the past few months. So if you're a first timer, you please check out our YouTube channel. You'll see all of the different paintings that we've done throughout the months that our regular viewers have had much fun with us doing. And you can join it by clicking on the subscribe button.
Cool.
As of this moment, when we finish this here tribute to Frank the Gargoyle, it's going to be up on the YouTube channel tomorrow.
Yep, you got it.
And we want to celebrate all you first timers that have been following Frank and the story of Frank the Gargoyle. And
such an awesome
coming to join us. We're very happy and appreciative that you are joining us tonight. You're going to be in for a lot of fun tonight.
We're just super thankful to be a part of it for sure. I've followed the story since I first saw it, and I thought it would be so cool to kind of like commemorate his memory of what something kind of rough or bullying could sort of turn out to be. Look at how much it's brought so many people together.
Absolutely.
The funds raised, of course, through Frank the Christmas Gargoyle's page for the food bank has been amazing. Certainly, we strive for those numbers, but we're little. So we certainly are going to use any of your tips or donations tonight towards some type of anti-bullying campaign or fund or organization. We asked for some of your feedback on that. So that's what those are for. We do like to try and do whatever we can for free. And we like to paint it forward. So for many of the events that do have a fee, those fees are going toward fundraising.
Yes.
But yes, we like to just spread the joy.
So thank everybody for joining us tonight. And we'll be getting ready to start in about a minute.
Okay. Cool, cool.
For people who is first time joining us, please remember that what we do is once the painting is done and once you have your masterpiece, we ask you to take a picture of it and send it to us. We'll put it in the designated area that Jennifer will tell you where to put it, and then we celebrate you.
That's right. Awesome.
Normally, I'm reading off people's names and
Yeah.
I'm telling all our viewers where they're from and who's a first timer. But we've been anticipating a lot of people coming on tonight, and we're starting a little early. We thought it was going to be a little bit later, so we're just going to get started and we're going to do our thing.
Well, for those of you that are new to us, welcome and thank you for joining us. I'm Jennifer. Mark is behind the computer, behind the camera. We are Mimosas and Masterpieces. We're out of Southbound Brook, New Jersey. We've been painting virtually since the beginning of March beginning of last March when COVID began. And we've enjoyed every moment of it since. So it truly was my silver lining. This is where I'm meant to be. We are spreading joy, and we've just loved everyone's feedback ever since we started this. So thank you guys all so much. For those of you that are new, we always say you come as a guest and you leave as a friend.
That's right.
We have gained 35,000-ish friends over the last few months. So thank you all so much. It is about you, not about us. So we like to always make sure you know that. It's not about the paint on the canvas for me. It's about your time together. It's about your downtime, your self-care time with your friends or family. We want to make you laugh. We want to make you smile. We want to make sure that you're enjoying yourself and you're not stressed about anything. We will sketch this together. I know it seems a little complicated. Don't worry. I always tell everyone, trust the process.
Yes.
And my painting
is
not going to look like my painting. And your painting is not going to look like my painting. It's okay. We want you to use your creative freedom. Don't you worry, all of you hippos are Christmas AF fans. We will put a hippo in there if you want to hang out later on, and we'll put a hippo in there. We'll add one in there.
That's right.
But if not, next week we'll be back and we'll paint the hippo as Christmas as F in there.
Yep, right above the painting that you see right there.
And we will do that one. That one is a charity, so we did set it up for a $5 Zoom, and those funds will go to our local food bank. So thank you, Frank the Christmas Gargoyle, for that idea. We appreciate it.
Yes, this is definitely
a tribute to you.
Yes, a tribute to Frank the Christmas Gargoyle. We're very, very honored and happy that we were given the permission to do it.
Yep.
So this is for you guys. We're going to celebrate Frank the Christmas Gargoyle tonight on our Self-Care Thursday. Let's get started.
Nope. Sorry, if you're calling about the live, we're on.
Right.
All right. Let's go over our supplies. And if you do have questions, feel free to chat them in. Mark will try and catch them as they're coming up. And if you need me to repeat something, I'll repeat something. But we'll sketch together before we get started painting. So what you'll need tonight is a pencil. I already have my pencil on here, so I'm going to sketch with Sharpie so you can see it on camera.
And I will be zooming in so that you can see
Yep.
it, so don't worry.
We'll be using 3 brushes tonight. We'll use a large flat brush. We will use a medium round brush and then a tinier small brush for those details, because we do have lots of little details in there. And then our colors tonight are just your 5 primary colors: red, yellow, blue, black, and white. A cup of water to rinse, paper towels to dry, glass of wine to sip, or whatever you like to sip.
Yes.
You like to sip.
And again, for all the people that are new, you see anything in the chat that says watch Frank the Christmas Gargoyle painting live stream, just ignore that. That is clickbait. You're already here. You're in the right place. Let's get started.
Sounds good. All right. So I have my canvas 16 by 20. I do have it laid out portrait style. So I'm going to go ahead and sketch with my Sharpie. I do have it already kind of sketched on with pencil so you can see it. But all right, let's get started. So in about the middle of my canvas, centered middle, I'm going to start with his nose. So we're going to start with 2 little circles, and these circles are about maybe a ½ inch, and they kind of connect.
Okay.
All right, and then his nose is going to fall right above that, maybe a ½ inch up. kind of a more flattened top of the nose, and then rounded down toward those two little circles.
All right. We've got a lot of first timers. A lot of first
Well,
timers here
welcome,
tonight.
guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm so happy that you're with us tonight. All right. And under those two circles, we're going to do kind of a half circle or just a U, okay? So a U shape.
I'm going to go a little bit closer.
Okay, yep. And then we'll do another U shape. We're going to move out just about maybe a quarter of an inch around the other side. So we have, that's the bottom of his mouth. Okay. Now from either side of these little circles, we're going to do kind of a slightly curved line. It's almost like an open parentheses here. So slightly curved line. This is about maybe an inch high, maybe an inch and a half high. So curved line on either side. Don't worry, there's no perfect. If you mess up a sketch, you paint it over. Don't worry about it. No stress tonight, guys.
That's right. I'm going to be replying to Katrina. Please, just take your time. Be patient. We're going to do this. We do this all the time. We're going to take care of you. Just trust the process and follow the instructions.
She's stressing already.
Yeah.
Katrina, no stressing. All right, let's get those ears in there. So again, they're kind of like little triangles. Slightly curved on either side. Again, they're about a half an inch high maybe. And you'll just connect those two with a slightly curved line around the top. So we have that face structure.
Okay.
Okay. Give you guys a second. Take a sip.
Trust the process, Kathy, Cat Carpenter Crumley.
Aww.
She says she can't even draw stick people.
Oh, we're getting there. Circles, lines, curves. You've got this.
Yes.
You got this.
Take your time.
All right. So from his head, from this curve on the top of his head, I want to do another curve coming up and to the right. So this is going to be the inside of the right wing, and I'm going to do this slight curve line, maybe about 2-3 inches. Now you can use the whole entire space, but I'm just going to start with a curve. Okay, so that's about 2-3 inch curve, or maybe a 3-inch curve, going up to the right, almost from the center. And then we're going to turn this curve the other way. So we're going to come up this.
Oh, see, no, Katrina wasn't stressed.
Oh, good.
Katrina says she was drinking and drawing.
Yes.
That's what happened, okay.
Take a sip. Take a sip.
Darla D. Meyer, yes. The video will be later available.
Yes.
It'll be on our YouTube channel, and it'll be here on our Facebook channel.
Very good. All right, so we kind of have this long curvy line now. Now I want to sort of try to mimic that on the left side and kind of do the same thing, okay? So we're going to come up and then curve this way and up. So almost have a, looks like almost a wine glass, huh? Look at that.
Mhm.
All right, let's do a little rounded top on either one of these. And then we'll start bringing them back down. So on the left side here, we're going to come down not quite as curved, slightly straighter line there. So this is again about 4 inches. If you're using a smaller canvas, I'm sorry I didn't mention that, just try to scale down a little bit more, that's all.
Stacy Waller, our videos usually last an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yep, it depends. This one might be a little bit longer because we're sketching together, that's all. All right, and then we'll bring this down, also down. We're going to come to about the middle of the cheek. Okay. And then I want to do kind of the same thing on this side, okay? I'm going to come down slightly straighter here. And then come down to about the center of the cheek. And again, so this one's wider than this one. It's okay. I can fix that when I'm painting.
That's right.
All right. So don't stress too much if it doesn't look exact. You can play with it while you're painting.
That's why we said my painting is not going to look like my painting, and your painting is not going to look like my painting.
You got it.
It's all about expression. It's not about perfection.
True.
We want you to have a good time.
That's right.
Enjoy yourself. We're all here to celebrate Frank the Christmas Gargoyle. Whatever way it comes out, it's going to be fantastic. You'll see.
All right. So, let's work on those legs and the paw. Well, I guess legs. They're all legs, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, underneath where his jaw is, where his bottom jaw is, so I want to kind of line up the back leg with the bottom of the inside of his jaw here. Okay, so I'm going to just move out a little bit. I'm going to pretend to, it's almost like I'm going to make a heart. I'm going to do a curved line down, or we can call it like a big parenthesis here.
Oh, man, I got to go down. Hold
Oh,
on. Got to
sorry.
back out so that they can see it.
Sorry. We'll do it again on the other side, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so again, I'm lining up with the inside of that bottom jaw here, moving over a bit, and we'll use that kind of a parenthesis kind of shape here, and come down. Again, about 3 inches down.
We got Frank the Christmas Gargoyle in our chat.
Hi,
and
Frank.
Frank says it looks like him already.
Yay! Awesome. All right. So then we're going to work on those center paws here, those center legs. So they're pretty muscular, right? So we're going to, again, we're going to work on those parenthesis kind of shapes. Slight curves, maybe about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch thick.
Okay, so I'm going a little bit closer.
Okay, so we're going to do one kind of on the left side, and then we'll do one on the right side. So top of the right arm, top of the left arm.
Renee Spencer Little, it's okay. She says, I'm watching while waiting to pick up my daughter.
It's okay.
And I'm hoping to watch the replay later.
There
And
you
I'm a
go.
terrible artist, so we will see how it turns out.
It's okay.
It's going to
It'll
turn
be
out
fun.
fine. We do everything with the skill levels of everyone in mind. You know, everyone's skill level is different.
That's
and
right.
That's how we do all our paintings.
You got it.
Just to find out, you want the proof, go to the YouTube channel and look at all of our paintings there.
All right. And then we're going to bring these legs down again. We're going to use slightly curves right from the left side and right side of either of these. I'm going to make them just a little bit longer for the bottom part of the arm or the legs.
Right.
So slightly longer down here.
Muscular.
Yep. And again, when we're painting, some of that may go away if you're using pencil. We're just going to put it back in. So you kind of have that little memory of the shape of what it is. It's okay. You're going to see mine because it's Sharpie, so I can't quite always cover it with my paint. But that's all right. All right. So the next part, I'm going to come around the bottom. Again, we're going to do a little curve on either side here. Maybe 3/4 inches. What are you laughing at?
Somebody said, you don't have to name names, but is Karen here?
I don't know. We had a couple of them on the other page I was trying to call out, but.
and Bethany says, Frank is jacked from fighting off Karen.
Yes. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. All right. We're going to bring this down. We're going to connect these two with a curved line down around the front. Curved line down. It's kind of like that stone or that stump that he's standing on. We'll do slight curve on the right and left of this.
Okay.
About maybe 1 inch down. And again, we're going to follow this same curve here, right down along the bottom. Okay, now we're going to get to the details of all of his feet and his paws and those claws. We'll get to that while painting. I'm not even going to sketch all that in. Okay, throw us some thumbs up when you guys are okay, and we'll start painting. Take a sip.
Okay. I'm going to back out now so they can see the full.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Awesome. Who's painting our hippos one? You guys asked. I saw it over and over, so I went, all right, we've got to do one.
Carol Barnett,
Hi,
Toriko,
Carol. Yes.
don't stress.
Aww.
There's no need to stress.
Don't stress.
Just trust the process.
That's right. Trust the process with
It's
us.
not about perfection. It's all about expression. This is why we gravitated to Frank the Christmas Gargoyle. Um, Frank is a symbol of humorous, creative expression and imagination.
He
Okay,
loves
taking something that was perceived as negative and making it into something positive, something that enlightens people, makes people feel good, and end up helping a lot of people.
It really did. I mean, it's so hard to get through all the comments to see, how this has affected so many. But I know that it provided some comedic relief during some, tough, stressful times over the holidays when some of us couldn't gather with our friends and family, and we needed some of those light, humorous moments sometimes.
Yes, and I just like the fact that it was something that was perceived as negative, and
That's right.
they weren't intimidated by that, and they
That's
used
right.
humor to turn it inside out.
That's right.
So Frank is a special inspiration for me.
Absolutely. All right. Are we ready to paint? What do we think?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, let's do it. Okay. I'm going to grab my flat brush, large flat brush. I'm going to rinse and dry. Okay. Rinse, dry before we get started. So usually I work from the top down. This time I'm going to work kind of from the middle and work up. So we're going to work on the middle area, which is kind of like that bright yellow color. So I'm going to start with a little bit of yellow and a little bit of white on my brush. So corner of yellow, corner of white on that brush.
Christy Maluski says, so does this acrylic paint come out of sweaters?
If you wash it right now, it does.
Okay.
Okay, so corner of white, corner of yellow on my brush. I'm just going to start from kind of like the edge of his, the middle of his bottom area. Okay.
Okay.
There's no exact area. It doesn't really quite matter, but I'm going to start from the middle of that area. We'll start to bring that yellow out toward the edge. I'm going to leave about an inch on the sides from this. Okay.
Yeah, I zoomed in a little bit closer.
Very good. All right. So if you happen to go over that sketch, don't worry too much. It's okay. We can paint over it. I like to try to line my bristles up with that sketch and kind of pull away.
What brush are you using again?
I'm using that large flat brush.
Okay.
Okay. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of white on that flat brush. And I'm just kind of pulling away from the edge, pulling away from the sketch toward the edge, but I'm leaving a good 1 to 2 inches as I move up. I'm going to leave maybe 3 inches. So once I get to, let's see, this part of his wings, we're going to stop the yellow on the outside, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to pull toward the edge from my sketch toward the outside here. Easy, dog, easy. It's our rascal. He's always running around.
Well, normally he's right there at your feet, so I don't know why he's running around.
There's chicken on the counter, so he's like,
okay. That explains it.
Okay, so I'm just using that flat brush, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white, and lining up with my sketch and then pulling out toward the edge. Doesn't have to go all the way out to the edge. I want to leave a little bit of space around the edge. And I'm going to bring that up to about where his wing kind of comes out. And then I'm going to stop my yellow on the outside there.
Now, Valerie Lynn says, I'm an ICU nurse
Aww.
in a COVID unit, and I love and appreciate Frank and appreciate this session right now, too.
Aw, thank you so much for what you are doing.
Yes, and this is why we have what we call Self-Care Thursdays.
Yep, Self-Care Thursdays. You got it.
Now, we have Lisa Pazdur, who says,
Lisa.
my left and right sides don't match, but oh well.
It's okay.
My story is that he is sitting sideways.
There you go.
And
See?
this is what we're all about here at
That's
Mimosas
right.
and Masterpieces. There are no rules.
Nope.
You do what you do, and you accent it the way you want to accent it.
100%. That's right. And then I do want to get some yellow in between his wings back here.
Now, just to prove that point, Emma Jane says,
Hi, Emma.
my Frank has an extra wing and an extra foot.
Ah.
There's nothing wrong with that. There are no rules. All we ask is that when we're finished, you take a picture of your Frank and you send it to us so we can celebrate it by making a album.
Yeah, I usually do a photo album. I was trying to do photo montages, and I will try to make that work for this so that we can post it right to Frank's page for you guys because I think that this is going to be an amazing series of paintings from you all. So I will make sure I figure out how I can get that get that to work.
Yes, yes. And it's our way of just doing another tribute to Frank the Christmas Gargoyle.
That's great.
By celebrating all of you guys' paintings that you did with us tonight.
Absolutely.
And putting it on the page and showing it out, showing it off.
We're going to rinse and dry after we have kind of that little section of yellow in here. And then some yellow on the right and left side of his wings and body. Again, none of them are going to be the same. None of them are going to be exact. And it's okay. And if I didn't mention it before, you guys can always change your colors up. You don't have to follow my color pattern. If you don't want a blue bottom, somebody said it looks like he's floating in an ocean.
Yes.
I suppose.
Yes,
So,
somebody just said that.
really?
Yeah.
I swear I didn't see that one. But, okay, so if you don't like that, then you could change your color up. If you want to mix and make a brown for the bottom. That's fine. I'm not offended if you change our paintings. Not at all. That's the point.
If you stay on our Facebook page after this is over and you go to the photo section and you look at all of the photo tributes that we've done, you'll see a whole lot of variation.
That's right. Okay. So once I rinse and dry my brush from my yellow and white, I'm going to mix a little bit of purple. So for my purple, my blue and red are right next to one another. I'm going to take a little scoop of blue and a little touch of red and just kind of mix to make a little bit of purple here. And you don't need a lot. And it doesn't have to be completely mixed, so don't stress again. I want to come right off the top edge.
Okay,
Horizontal brush strokes.
Go up to the top there so they can
Yep.
see it.
Horizontal brush stroke right across the top. We'll bring that down at least an inch, at least the width of my brush. And then grab those edges. So that top edge, those side edges, grab those as you go too. So it helps your canvas look finished when you're done. Sorry, my arm is in the way. Dun, dun. All right, so we got our purple on there.
Jude, I will move it over to the finished picture as soon as we finish doing
Working on some of
the
the
picture
background.
that we're working on. Yeah, they want to see the other picture on the other side. And you can't do that right now. Yeah, it's something like the setup is just like a little different tonight.
Yeah,
It's a little too far back, so I'm having trouble getting close up.
both of them.
And then I'm moving back, but it's okay. We're going to do what we got to do.
How's that? Well, we're doing the background now, so we don't have to be super zoomed.
Okay. Yeah, but people are asking to see it because they can't see because
Yeah.
the way it's, it's normally we're up a little bit closer.
Right.
So if I zoom out, then it's hard for them to see
Yeah.
the details of what you're doing. Okay, so I got both of the paintings in the picture.
Very good. All right. So once we have that stripe of purple in there, I'm just going to have you continue with blue. So I'm not even going to rinse and dry this brush. I'm just going to grab blue, okay? Just my primary blue. Come right underneath it. And I'm going to blend up into it and bring it down a little. Again, as you get close to those wings or that sketch, I kind of line up my bristles and then pull away. Line up my bristles and then pull away. So I'm trying to use horizontal brush strokes here. All the way across.
Yes, Tammy Smith, you can post after this weekend after you get your supplies. Our Facebook page is always here.
That's right.
People are posting their pictures, their photos of their paintings months
After,
weeks after. They go visit our YouTube
YouTube.
channel and they paid something that was 6 months ago, and then
Yes.
they go back to the event right here on our Facebook page and they post it in the area where we say post your photos.
Yes.
And then we still put it up on Facebook so people can see it.
So I'm going to start bringing this blue all the way down. So I don't want to quite overlap into my yellow yet, okay? I'm going to come close to it, but I don't want to overlap my yellow yet. I'm going to come close, grabbing those edges, but I'm not going to overlap my yellow yet.
Yeah, see now you keep saying blue and yellow, and Frank the Christmas Gargoyle is mentioning that yellow and blue are Michigan colors.
Oh,
Okay, just saying.
see
Frank
that?
loves the scarlet and gray. Go Buckeyes. Remember, Ohio State University.
So maybe we need to paint our hippo with those colors.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. They would love that. Okay, they're in the championship game this Monday. I think it's this Monday night.
All right, again, lining my bristles right up against my outline or my sketch and pulling away. Horizontal brush strokes.
Now see, Fran DeAngela says, we don't have paint. So Betsy and I are doing this in crayon.
I love it. That's
what
so
we're
great.
talking about.
I love that.
This is Self-Care Thursday.
Yes.
You do with whatever you got, whatever
Absolutely.
you can do it with. Just join us and have fun with us and
100%.
enjoy the painting.
Absolutely. I love that. I love when you guys just take something and make it your own. You make it work however you want to make it work. It's
That's
totally
right.
fine.
Be creative.
All right, I'm going to grab those edges with my blue. And you can come all the way down with this if you want. If you're going to do blue on the bottom, if you're going to change it up, then you'll stop right where this little line ends here. Okay? But I'm going to do blue all the way along my edges. So that's kind of finished. Try not to get my...
A lot of first timers here tonight.
Hi guys, we're
We
so
really
happy that you're
appreciate it.
joining.
Yes.
Yes. We have had so much fun reading your comments and reading Frank the Gargoyle's page, Frank the Christmas Gargoyle's page. It's been so awesome. It's brought me joy, definitely, during some times when I had to chuckle. So I had to reach out and say, I would love to paint Frank.
See, we've got a lot of creative newcomers here tonight. Camille Shum says, mine is on Google Notes.
Oh.
Okay, Bethany Sasson says, COVID reminded me of my love for painting, and it's my first time
Yes.
painting since college.
Aww.
We have that effect on people.
I love that.
And
so
Shannon
awesome.
Ditch says,
Hi,
me
Shannon.
too. It's a school night, and so I am going all Crayola on this project.
I love it. Okay, again, from those edges, we're going to pull some blue toward our yellow. I'm just not going over my yellow yet.
All right. Wow. I didn't even know this existed. Okay, Brianna Hinojos says, doing digital paint style on my phone.
Yeah. Oh, on the phone?
Yeah. If
What?
there's any way we can get a picture of that, that
Yeah.
would be fantastic.
We
wanna
can't wait to see
all
it.
of these creative, endeavors that you're doing
Yeah.
to celebrate Frank the Christmas Gargoyle.
All right, I do want to finish our top portion before I move down to the bottom. So once I have my blue edges toward my yellow, and I'm not kind of overlapping them yet, okay, so my yellow's on, my blue's on, I'm going to rinse and dry.
Okay, Jamie
Hi, Jamie.
Royalette
Ooh.
says, question,
Yes.
what do you mean by edges?
Edges. Okay, so the side of your canvas. So when you hang it, your canvas, see I missed some pieces here or some sections here.
Mhm.
So I like to paint the edges of my canvas so when you hang it up, it looks finished. There we go.
Okay, we got an announcement.
Announce.
Gabby Hughes.
Hi, Gabby.
It's my husband and I's 10th wedding anniversary. So he's painting Frank and I'm painting Glinda.
Oh, that's so awesome. Well, happy anniversary, and we would love to see pictures of those together.
And Frank says Glinda is hot.
I mean, we're going to have to maybe do a Valentine's Day one with Frank and Glinda, you know?
Yeah, well, we already have a Valentine's Day
I know.
session already
We're scheduled for Valentine's already,
and
but
that's live on location at the Lehigh Valley Zoo.
that's right.
I'll be reading off the upcoming event list in a little while.
Yep. Okay. So again, once I get that yellow and blue on there, I'm rinsing and drying good, and then I'm going to go and grab a little bit of white. A little bit of white on my flat brush. And I'm going to start to go over in my yellow, the edge of my yellow, back and forth with that white. Back and forth with that white on the edge of my yellow.
Okay, I want to zoom in,
Okay,
so I'm going to move back
that's fine.
so you can see that white.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to go back and forth over my yellow with that white. Just a little bit of white on my brush, back and forth. And then I'm going to pull it toward my blue. And if you go back and forth over, you're going to pull a little bit of the blue in there. So you're going to get some green hues, and that's perfect. So you can play with that as much as you want.
Now, I'm not sure how old Frank is.
Yeah, how old is Frank?
Okay, but
That's a good question.
I have Patricia Costello saying first time here
Hi,
with my
Patricia.
girls, 7 and 10.
Aww.
Frank is a family favorite.
Aww.
And we're using crayons and markers.
Wonderful.
Okay? Frank is already a family
Favorite, absolutely.
Okay, so Frank has been an influence on a lot of people in a short amount of time, including me.
So true.
So this is just amazing.
It really is. It's so awesome that something, again, that was perceived as negative has turned around and made such an amazing positive impact on so many people.
Absolutely.
Again, so you can kind of play with this as much as you want. You can bring more of that blue in towards your yellow. Okay, just till you're happy with it. You get too much blue on there and you want to rinse and dry. Get a clean brush, rinse and dry, and then I'm going to grab some more whites.
Julie Sprague says, please
Julie.
slow down a little bit.
You got it, Julie. I'm just working on that white while my blue is still wet to blend, and then we'll kind of stop and give it a break for a minute, okay?
And if you need us to repeat any of the steps or anything that you're having trouble with,
let
that's
us
all you got to
know.
do is put it in the chat.
You got it.
I'll have Jennifer repeat it for you.
Okay, so again, with that a little bit of white, just kind of going back and forth in between those wings in my yellow section, and then I'm going to bring it up into the blue. And then pull down a little bit. So it sort of blends those two colors. So I start with that white, back and forth over in my yellow section. I pull it up into my blue, and then I bring that blue down into the yellow a little.
Okay. Heidi Roberts says, I'm an art teacher who hasn't done my own paintings in years.
Isn't it crazy how we do that, Heidi?
Having fun not being the teacher.
Aww.
And you're not being a teacher here. We don't like to say that we're teaching.
I know.
We're just having a session. Yeah, Jennifer's more like a guide.
It's true. But Heidi's right though. Like, for how long did I say I put down painting until I met you?
Yeah, and I saw that you could paint, and I was like, whoa, who painted this? And you said, I did. And I said, well, how come you don't paint it?
I did. I put it down for so long. Because we kind of forget about taking those self-care moments and doing it for ourselves.
And now look what we're doing.
And now, every Thursday, I get to have a self-care moment.
And we try to encourage everybody else to have a self-care
moment. Along with so many
moment.
other people.
Absolutely. It's important.
Right.
You got to put the world on pause every now and then, just for yourself.
That's right. I love it.
Okay, Susan Upson says,
Hi, Susan.
question,
Sure.
what kind of acrylic paint, craft, or artist?
What kind of acrylic paint? So, it is Artist Loft. It's a Michaels brand. Artist Loft Flow Acrylic. It's a student grade acrylic. It's not, it's nothing expensive, but it's also not like, the apple barrel bottle little liquidy stuff.
Right.
So it's got a little bit of body to it, but not a ton. But it's also not super thick that you need, like oil type brushes. All right, we're going to give you guys a minute till you blend your background until you're happy with it. If you need me to repeat anything or you have any questions, let me know and we'll go over whatever you need. And I'll take a sip.
We've got Melanie Arbo.
Hi, Melanie.
Says, here in the Philippines, it is 8:33 a.m. and we're going to do some later afternoon after work.
Good morning and thank you.
Yes, good morning and thank you. And don't worry, the video will be right here on the Facebook page as soon as we're done. And then by tomorrow, it'll be on the YouTube channel as well.
That's right.
Our YouTube channel, just so people who don't know, is one word: Mimosas Masterpieces.
There you go. Awesome. So we're going to ask you guys to give us some thumbs up when you're ready to move on to the next step. So we'll give everyone a minute to kind of catch up there. And then if you want to give us maybe
you're asking a lot of people to give thumbs up.
I don't know. I'm just
We'll
giving
just
a minute.
give them a few minutes and then we'll continue on.
Sounds good.
And if anybody needs
anything
her to
repeated,
repeat something,
that's
just
right.
say so and we'll get it done for you.
You got it. Absolutely.
You're asking a lot of people to give thumbs up.
Do you want to maybe give us the next one or two events?
Sure, I will be glad to.
Awesome.
Okay, we've been off for about a week.
Just a week.
Now we're back. And let's see, for this weekend.
Yes.
Okay, tomorrow we're off. And on Saturday, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have the Gilmore Girls Tribute Day.
That's right.
Okay? So now I'm going to back out and I'm going to move over to the right. And you're going to see that painting right there, the right side there. There's four small paintings. That's what we're going to be doing for Gilmore Girls Tribute Day.
Yay.
That's Saturday, January 9th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Then, Sunday, the 10th, what's the starting time? 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock Eastern Time, we begin our new series. Our new series is Zoom with the Zoo. We'll be live on location at the Lehigh Valley Zoo in Lehigh, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And we're painting for that day.
The penguins.
We're painting the penguins.
They're already packed.
Oh, they're already packed because we're going to be taking them out there.
They're already packed.
That's on Zoom.
Zoom, right.
So in order for you to join us for that particular session, you'd have to join from our website. That's the sign up. The sign up is there on the website.
Yep.
And what we do is we have the paintings that we're going to be doing, and we'll be visited by the staff of the Lehigh Valley Zoo who will bring us penguins. And we'll have penguins.
Meet and greet up
right.
We'll
get the meet and greet penguin up close. And for our series, what we will be doing is we'll do a different animal every time we go to the Lehigh Valley Zoo.
Yes.
Okay? And we also have a VIP opportunity for these events. Okay? The one that we're doing after the penguins, we will not have a VIP event. But going forward, all the others will have VIP events where people can they can participate by getting a kit,
right?
Or
so
signing up.
When you purchase a kit for either of those events, that includes the sloth, which is on February 14th, and the owl on February 28th, I believe. Those two, you'll be put into a spinner to be chosen as a VIP guest. So you and your guest will join us live in person at the zoo with the animals.
Right. That's right. That means you'll sign a release form so that you can be part of the session while everybody else is joining us and painting.
Via Zoom.
And you get to see the animals up close with us. We'll take you to dinner afterwards.
Yes.
And we want to make it a wonderful experience for you and your guests.
We are so excited for
Well, that's going to be the first one. The first one we're going to do is this Sunday, and we start at 1 p.m.
Yes.
Okay, the second one is going to be on January 23rd. That's for the rainbow boa.
Yeah.
The rainbow boa is right down there, right on the lower right-hand side underneath the already painted Frank. He's I'll just drop down a little bit lower. You see the hippo in the tub?
There's another hippo.
Well, right above the hippo in the tub is the rainbow boa.
It's another hippo.
Right. So Jennifer don't want to mess with the rainbow boa, so we're not going to be there live. But we'll have the zoo people handle the boa for us during the Zoom event.
All right, let's come back. I think we should be good for the next part of our painting. So we're going to do the bottom half.
Okay, and I'm going to zoom back in so they can see because it's a glare. And if I don't get up close, then they can't see it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, I am going to go back to my flat brush, rinsed and dried. So I'm gonna just grab black on the edge of those bristles. Not a lot, just a tiny bit on the edge of those bristles.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a little. And instead of coming this way with my brush, I'm gonna flip it and come sideways with it. Okay, so using the tiny edge, we're gonna bring it all the way across. So horizontal line, hopefully straight, but those of you that paint with me know Jen can't do a straight line on an angle, so.
That's right. That's how you can tell both paintings.
I meant to mark that off too, and I forgot.
Oh, you thought that's the way you was gonna do it? Mark it off?
I was gonna mark it so let's see if I can get it right.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so we've got that black line in there. And then, same brush, I'm not even gonna rinse and dry. Just go into your blue. So we'll come right underneath it, overlapping some of that black, so you'll pull some of the black down in there. And we're going to just do horizontal brush strokes all the way down to the bottom, adding blue.
Okay.
Okay, so just going to continue to add blue all the way down.
I'll zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, that looks good. Zoom in like that.
Close to that sketch. Use those bristles to line it up and pull away.
Again, it's a lot of new people here tonight, and we're really
Aww.
grateful for that. And we suggest for you to become familiar with us. You can do that by looking through our Facebook page to see where we come from, what we've been doing, because we were a traveling paint and sip experience, and we turned into a virtual painting session uh, experience because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we still are going to be a traveling paint and sip experience, but we've gained so many more friends this way, and
Yes.
we've affected so many more people's lives in a positive way that we just turned this into our regular routine.
I love this, and when we do begin traveling again, because we ask where you guys are from to pin you on the map so we can see where most of our audience is concentrated, because we would love to take it on the road. So we're gonna come and visit hometown. I want to say hometowns, like The Bachelor, haha, like hometowns. Do hometown dates with you guys, and find a venue that will hold enough people when we are able to gather again, and get enough people together that we can kind of do something in person and stream it at the same time.
Yeah,
But
because this is what it's about for us. It's the contacting and getting in connection with
yeah,
our audience.
we really have gained so many friends, and honestly in person friends too. Like that's just how awesome that could have come out of all of this. But we also, while traveling, we also want to do some certain landmarks. And, if there's something beautiful in your town or your city that you'd love to paint live, we'd love to hear about it. Like we are definitely heading to Pennsylvania for one or two trips, to do maybe a ferry and along the Susquehanna River, and something out in, like Lancaster, where we're up in the mountains and camping and painting.
Anything that's different, anything that's new and innovative that'll get your interest in painting with us. Everything that we've painted, I'd say 99% of everything that Jennifer paints is from
suggested.
Audience suggestion.
I mean, I have to say, Frank was my idea, because I was so intrigued with it.
Right, but we ate that up as soon as we read about it, as soon as we found out about Frank. It was inspirational, and yeah, she came right out with it. Yeah, we should paint Frank.
I was very excited for this.
Not only are we painting Frank, but the painting that she's doing of Frank, she's going to be sending to Frank.
Yes, we will send it in a frame too. We'll make sure that we frame it for you.
Absolutely. Frank deserves at least that much.
So once you have you've pulled that blue all the way down, while this blue is still a little bit wet, I do want to grab just a tiny bit again of that black. I'm not even rinsing and drying. And then from underneath, I'm going to kind of put a little bit of a shadow here.
A little bit of a shadow.
Yep, so I'm just
Okay, Carrie Schaus Harris says, I have already determined that an artist I am not.
Aww.
Carrie, hold off on that, okay? Trust the process.
It's okay.
Have fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't try to be a perfectionist. Just trust the process and have fun, and then determine if an artist you are not. And even if you think that you're an artist that you're not, please still take a picture of your painting and send it to us, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be artist I am.
Everybody has their own way of doing things, and what's been so neat throughout this whole experience over the past almost a year, is seeing some of the people that have been with us from the very beginning change and grow and find their own style of painting. That's what I've loved seeing. I need to get a spotlight artist up again, but we used to do a spotlight artist every week or every other week. I don't even remember. And it was so neat to see so many people send in their, all of their paintings all the time, and we kind of hang on to somebody that we said, oh my gosh, look at how much they've changed and they've grown, or they have this fantastic idea for what we did and changed it and made it their own.
Yes.
That makes us smile. That keeps the joy going.
Now, Jennifer Hall has a question.
Hi, Jennifer.
She says, when you travel again,
yes,
do you do bachelorette parties? Because my daughter is getting married on Halloween 2021.
I love it.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's a great theme and a great idea.
I know. That would be so awesome. Where are you located?
Yeah, Jennifer
Are we
Hall,
flying?
let us know.
Are we
can
flying
work
or
something
driving?
out. Right, are we flying or driving?
uh, yeah, we definitely. I like to say that we're not like everything else. I don't like to say that we're a tutorial. We want to have fun. That's what we are focusing on, the fun here. But we also want to bring you an experience and not just a step-by-step tutorial, so to speak.
Right.
We want to bring some fun with it too. So we want to be a little interactive, and we want to bring you those live animals, and we want to, have trivia time, and we want to do different
We
things
want
with
to
you
give out
guys.
gifts and
Yeah, I like to give
prizes
out
and
gifts. I like to ship gifts to people.
yes, okay. We make kits. So if you need the supplies, you can order them right there from our website.
Yes.
So we encourage all you newcomers, go to our website, see how to navigate through it, see what we're offering. Right here on our Facebook page, look at some of the events that we've had. Go through our pictures. Scroll down and see what we were doing before we started doing virtual.
There's a lot to scroll through, guys. It's okay.
Right, but you'll see. We used to put a lot of people in a big area, and we used to set up the easels and the canvas and
True.
put all of that stuff in the truck and come on back home and do it again. Okay. Now we don't have to set up 100 easels and 100 canvas and
awesome.
paper plates with paint on it and paint brushes and
Kinda
cups of
awesome.
water. Okay. Now we just having everybody bring all of their stuff to them, to their table and
Yes.
just join us for a session, or they order a kit and
Yes.
I'll fill little cups of paint and put them in the kits and just send them out to you.
All right. Well, can I give you guys another minute, and then we will move on to starting our gargoyle.
Okay. All right. So you got all your background and
Our
everything
background
done.
should be done now.
So now I can back out.
Yeah.
I can see everything.
That's right.
All right. And then we're going to start focusing on the gargoyle.
Yep.
Frank.
Frank. That's him.
And Izzy Hines is right. We're making art.
That
makes us artists.
That's right.
That's exactly how it works.
So true.
And there's no rules. So it's not something where
That's
you
right.
say, oh, my art sucks or it doesn't look good. All art is in the eye of the beholder. The person who is looking at your art is going to be the one to say, wow, that's a fantastic painting, even if you think it is not. That's just the way it works sometimes. And tonight, that's what we're doing. We're paying homage. We're celebrating Frank the Gargoyle.
Yep.
I guess all these people here joining us, Frank had a positive impact on your life,
somehow, right?
just like he did us. And that's how we
Absolutely.
are selling. That's how we're getting our tribute on by just saying, you know what, we love Frank the Christmas Gargoyle, what he stands for,
Right.
what he represents, what has happened through all of this time. We've been following the story, and we've been very happy with the outcome of it. Knocked out.
It's been awesome. Totally.
Yeah, so we had to do this. We really did. It was just a matter of time. We're so grateful that Frank allowed us and let us do this tonight.
That's right. All right. We are going to switch brushes.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Frank says, Frank's portrait will be hung in a place of honor and placed so Carrie can see it through the front window. We really appreciate that. And we will make sure that we get our Frank out to you as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to have to do the Frank, and we'll have to send you the hippo, too.
Yeah.
So, you can put them both out for her.
Anyway, we could be a part of this. We're grateful.
Absolutely. Woo. Stay.
Bobby Wilson, the rerun will be right here on the Facebook page.
The rerun.
And it'll be posted on our YouTube channel, which is Mimosa's Masterpieces, one word.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah, definitely. All right. What do we think? You ready?
We're ready. I just want to read one more thing here
Okay.
that's touching my heart because we've had somebody do this and say this before.
Uh-oh.
We have Michelle Varner
Hi, Michelle.
Ivy, and she just posted here on the chat. My husband died in January last year.
Mm.
He was an artist,
Oh.
and I am using his stuff for the first time. Don't start crying.
Why do you do that?
I'm sorry, but I had to read it off because we've had somebody say that before, and
And it made me cry the last time.
I'm sorry. But she just said, I'm using your stuff for the first time, and we got her to do it. So I know you'd like to hear that. I'm sorry I didn't mean to make you cry, but
You know how to make the waterworks start. Oh, I'm glad that we can help do that for you.
yes,
For sure.
we really, really are glad that we could do that for you.
See? Crying a dime.
You love people. You love everything that
love
all
people.
these people do with us. And,
We're just here to spread joy. Like,
I
seriously.
can't help it. I had to read it off.
Okay, take a breath.
Yeah,
All right.
Take a deep breath.
Take a sip. Take a breath.
Yeah, take a sip. You'll be okay.
Make me cry.
All right, I'm going to zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get everybody to start painting.
Refocus.
Frank.
Here we go. All right. We're switching brushes. We're going to go to our medium round brush now. Okay. Let's make some gray. So I'm going to take a scoop of my white. Good scoop of my white here. Just add a little bit of black at a time. Tiny bit of black at a time. Okay.
Tiny bit.
You can always add more. It's just hard to take it away. All right. So I definitely need some more. A little bit more. So we're going to start with a base gray. So we're starting with a basic color, and we're going to lighten as we go. Okay.
Yeah, Jan Clark got the right idea. Tell Carrie to drink more wine or whatever and relax.
That's right. That's right. Kind of want a dark gray for this. I just don't want black. But dark gray here.
Yes.
This is pretty good. Dark gray, dark gray. Good. Okay. So dark gray color we've mixed. Okay, and we are going to start filling in Frank. And I know, it's going to seem strange, but we're going to fill it all in. Fill them all in.
Okay.
His wings, I'm going to start up here on his wings. Come right down.
There you go.
Now this is where if you need to make this wing bigger to match this one, this is where you can do that.
There you go.
Okay.
Now Tammy Smith, she says, I just want to say thank you. I could never afford to attend the paint and sip classes, but this is something I can share and do with my children and grandchildren.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And go visit our YouTube channel,
There's
and you'll
plenty
see a
for
whole
kids,
lot. You got a
too.
whole limitless
Yeah.
amount of paintings that you could do with your grandchildren and your children. So you don't even ever have to go to a paint and sip class.
Yeah, we certainly, I do. We have a son who is 12. He has zero interest in this whatsoever. No, does not want to paint at all. But we do. We make sure that we gear our events toward families too. We want you guys to do this as a family too for some of these things. We certainly have a couple that we say are adult themed.
Yes.
So we're sipping and we are, I don't want to say we're using foul language, but occasionally. Perhaps in the hippo one. Perhaps in the hippo one next week.
Or the bubbles that we did for New Year's. For New Year's Eve. I think a couple of curse words got slipped in there.
But that was, so we do like to have fun. We like to have a good time, but we also want to try and keep most of it family friendly for sure.
Right, there was a slip up.
I don't remember what it was, but.
I remember slipping up and then having to apologize because I didn't want any kids to know that.
Oh, yes.
I forgot there were kids painting with us at that hour.
Yeah.
But it was still we slipped up. But it was still a fun night.
It was. That was probably one of the most fun nights that we've had. We have fun every time we paint, but
it's on our YouTube channel.
there was just like really very little structure, so it was great. It was kind of grab your brush. Here's what we do. Grab your colors. Just go.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Okay, Jennifer Tehan says, I don't like my blended section in the yellow-blue area. Can you re-explain that section, please?
Yeah, so I know sometimes it kind of gets into that green area. It looks green. So sometimes what I like to do is go back with a corner of white and a corner of yellow and start working my way out. So start working from the yellow and kind of going in toward that blue again. And that will kind of maybe soften up some of those maybe hard lines that you're seeing in there.
Uh-huh.
I know it sometimes looks a little disjointed if you're not blending it fully. So I understand what you're saying. Like I have brush strokes in here that you're seeing.
Right.
So that may be what you don't like about it, or maybe you just don't like the green color. So it's up to you. If you want to, we can always go back to the background later. That's the best part about it.
All right.
So finish working on. We'll work on Gargoyle together, and later, if you need to message me and we can talk together about how you want to change up your background, I will certainly help you. Okay.
All right. And Breezy Smith says, question:
Yes.
What if my black is dried up?
With your black.
Because you said use the black.
Yep.
And you were mixing it with something or whatever, and they said, "What if my black is dried up?"
Hopefully, you can add maybe a little touch of water to it.
Okay.
Maybe that will help bring it back to life a bit.
Cousin Tara says, "Hey, lovelies.
Hi.
I'm watching but painting later because I love Frank.
Yes.
But I just got done making dinner.
Aw.
It's all good."
Two Sweetie Pies, bake shop right there.
Oh, okay. Breezy is saying, "What if my black is dried up? I tried mixing dark blue and brown."
Ooh, okay.
He wants to. They want to make black.
Well, you can't make black. You can't make black since black is a primary color.
Okay.
But certainly, I mean, it doesn't need to be black. So if you're trying to use the black
color
for the wings and for him, maybe do it in blue hues like you were saying, or you can add a tiny bit of red and yellow to it, and you'll get into that brown color.
Okay.
So it might be like more of a stone color instead of cement color. That might work.
Yes, that might work. Okay. Right, because we thought it was just the dried paint, to get some water and just try to mix a little bit of water into it. But I guess that's not the point. The point is that if the black is dried up, they can't use it at all.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave my face open for just a moment while these are drying, because I may come in and do lighter here so you can see it, so you don't lose your sketches here. But I'm going to move down with that same color that we just used and come do this section down here, okay?
Yeah, see now, I have Lee Utek
Hi, Lee.
saying, anyone else's stream die?
Oh, no.
Yeah, no. Our stream hasn't died. Check your connection. And then Jessica Gurney says, can I follow y'all on YouTube and Facebook to know where y'all will be?
Of course.
When you do travel again?
Yeah.
Or how can I find that out?
Yeah, we'll definitely be posting events as to where we're going to be. So events will always be posted on Facebook. Links to sign up for anything will always be on our website. So something that I saw a lot of people questioning or asking was, it says that it's free, but there's $1 to sign up. So that $1 goes away when you use the promo code self-care in all caps.
Right.
That's the first thing. But then when we do have something that's a paid event, like a Zoom or like the Hippos for Charity next week, Facebook will only allow us to post a paid event if you are paying through Facebook.
Right.
Now, many of you saw what happened before we came on. There was a ton of scam and spam links. I am sorry, don't trust Facebook to handle our monetary or monetization. So it will always say free on the Facebook event, but in the very first post in the discussion and in the about section, it will tell you that there will be a small fee, whether it's $5, $10, or $15. The most we've ever charged for an event, for a Zoom event, is $15.
Right.
Okay, and 99% of them are always for some type of charity. They've never been a paid event solely for us.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to just continue down here in the bottom area, filling in with this darker gray. Your little outlines for those muscular arms may go away, but that's okay. We're going to put them back in there.
Right. You'll be able to detail it.
Yep.
Okay, Donna Wooten is saying, I must be using too much black paint. It's overwhelming the blue. This is why I prefer watercolor. Yes, this is what we were saying. Use as little black as possible, because a little bit too much black is going to make black.
It makes it real dark. So instead of trying to keep mixing more white into what you have, try and start over. Rinse and dry your brush, grab another little scoop of white, and add a tiny bit of black at a time to it.
Tiny bit of black.
Sometimes it's easier to start fresh than to keep adding white to what you started already.
A tiny bit of black means like a dot of black.
Yeah, start with like
not a little scoop of black, because a little bit of black goes a long way.
It does. All right.
It's all part of the learning process, yep. Donna. It's okay.
That's right.
There's no rules.
And listen, if you're proficient in watercolors and you love watercolors, it's definitely a different technique and different feeling. And I am not a great watercolor artist. I like watercolors, but I am not a watercolor artist, to say the least. So that's awesome that you are. We certainly, we encourage everything. You should have tried watercolors with this. That would have been really neat. So again, I'm just filling in this whole section down here. And once I get down to like this area, I am using small little curved brush strokes, because those little brush strokes in curved motion are going to sort of mimic the shape of those toes and those claws. So we're going to use those brush shapes.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but I must have missed it.
Uh-oh.
Because everybody's saying the same thing now.
Ruh-roh.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Oh, me.
I'm crying. Oh, okay, that's
me
it.
Crying.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Now I get it, okay.
Yeah, I'm not crying, you're crying.
Even Frank is going, I'm not crying, you're crying. Crying is therapeutic.
Well, you've had lots of therapy over the last few months, I must say.
See, no, I just quickly forgot about the fact that you were crying because of what one of our viewers had said about their husband.
Yeah, we had asked. We've received so many messages, and so many times it could be 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm waking him up going, "Would you read this? Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, it's what you guys do.
But so I had decided to put out like a oh my gosh, like a testimonial, right? Like a testimonial thing for you guys to share, and I began reading them at my regular job, at my full-time job. And man, every day I was like crying. I'm like, I gotta stop reading them at work.
Yeah.
But what amazing stories, and it just makes us feel good that we're able to sort of, to help bring that joy about, and that's what I'm here for.
Just like Michelle Varner Ivy says, I'm also a frontline mental health worker, and I need this.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
We had a lot of people do that work, and they send Jennifer messages and said, I've been working so hard. I've been stressed out, and just joining you guys tonight, painting. We were laughing. We had fun, and I really needed this tonight. And then Jennifer would start crying and say, this is why I like to do this. This is why I do this. This is what I've always wanted.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why we do this every week. We do it multiple times during the week. Anytime, and then we make it possible so that people can take our videos. And they can go to YouTube and they can have their own self-time. Or they can put the kids to bed and then they say, okay, you know what, it's 12 midnight, but I'm going to paint, damn it, and I'm going to have a good time. And this is what we do for you.
Absolutely.
And that's why we go, and then we ended up having Self-Care Thursday, because it seemed like Thursday was the night where everybody would be willing to join us. And then they'd say,
Thursdays were a
we
good
really
night.
Needed Thursday so we could start the weekend off right. So we could say,
right.
Okay, Self-Care Thursday. That's what
Thursdays are just my favorite day of the week, because, yes, it's like, tomorrow is Friday. It's the beginning of the weekend. We only have a couple of hours to work together. Yeah. And then we can, just enjoy and relax. But
that's absolutely true.
Okay, we'll give you guys a minute to get that gray on there. Yeah.
Yep, Cousin Tara said that's why we called it Self-Care Thursday.
That's
we laugh, we cry, we sip, we paint.
We do cry now.
Yeah, that's what we do.
We laugh, we cry, we paint, we sip. Yes, I love that.
Jennifer George says, we keep pausing because we are slow. And by we, I mean me and my 14-year-old son is on fire.
Aww.
It's awesome.
Too cute.
Oh, Heidi Deaver says,
Hi,
our
Heidi.
whole family has COVID. So this is a nice way to cheer up my kids.
Yeah.
Feel better, guys.
Yeah, feel better, guys. We hope that everyone's okay.
And this is a good way to have some fun while y'all are staying in the house quarantine.
That's right.
And, and if you want to do it again and you like it and you're having a good time, then go to that YouTube channel and look and see what paintings you'd like to do there.
That's right. Absolutely.
And oh, by the way, Breezy said that helped.
Good. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, if you ever need, like I will try and answer as many questions as I can live. But if you're still unhappy with what you've done and you want feedback and you want me to help you, message me after and I will take the time to help you get it to your happiness, to make you happy. To your happiness?
Yes.
I don't know if that's right. I'm a writer and that doesn't sound right. All right. So our next step. So since I left his face open, I do want to I'll take a little scoop of this gray that I had. We're going to add a little bit of white to that to lighten it up a bit.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just making a little bit of a lighter version of that. And let's come and do his face area, so his ears. Now, if you want to leave this ear open, if you're going to cover it with a hat, you can leave that ear open. I'll just leave that open a bit there. And we'll do his face area.
Now Katrina is back. She says, well,
Hi, Katrina.
I'm back, but I can't stay. So I sent my pic of Frank on Messenger and Facebook.
Okay.
And she says, thank you, Frank, for the fun evening. Your story resonated with me. My kid was bullied in school. I lived a nightmare. We followed you through Christmas. Her in one country, me in another. Laughing at the ridiculousness of it all. Enjoying the new year.
That's right. Oh, my gosh.
And Frank says, he's looking sharp.
Aww.
Awesome.
All right, let's come down here under that bottom area, that bottom U shape of the jaw.
Yeah, let me zoom in for that because you're doing the details now with the jaw.
Okay.
Okay. Rebecca Shute says,
Hi,
will
Rebecca.
you come to Canada?
I would love
We
to
would
come to
love to come to
Yeah,
Canada.
we definitely have plans to come to Canada when we can.
Somehow, some way it's going to happen.
Yes, we definitely will come to Canada. Okay, so I kind of did his face. I did that bottom U shape, the bottom jaw. I am going to leave these open. We're going to make those a little bit. Actually, you can go ahead and paint them. Go for it. We'll just lighten them up with a highlight.
Savannah McKenzie, don't worry about being far behind. The video will be posted as soon as we're done. So take your time. Okay? Don't worry about catching up or trying to go faster. The video will always be there for you. Then you can do it at your leisure and you can finish the painting at your leisure. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Don't rush the process.
So I'm just going to, I'll repeat that again. So I just took this gray that we used.
Yes.
I took a little scoop of that and I add a little scoop of white to it just to lighten it up a bit. And then I did his face. So I'm leaving that inside of his mouth open and his nose open. And you can leave the ear open if you want to. You can fill it in if you want to. We're going to paint right over it with his Santa hat anyway. Of course, if you don't want the Santa hat and you want to kind of finish his body and neck, then we can fill this in with some gray.
Okay.
If you don't want to do the Christmas, gargoyle part of it. But, I mean, I think that's the whole point here. But.
Okay, now I've got Joanne McBroom.
Hi, Joanne.
Saying, I'm seeing this, but I didn't pay. Joanne,
it's free.
This is free. We're on Facebook. Facebook is always free.
See that?
When in the beginning of every one of these paintings, when we do a session, there might be somebody putting saying, join this.
Yeah.
And then they might ask you for money. So when we come on,
us.
in the beginning of every time we do a session, we say, don't click on that clickbait that says that you could join Frank the Christmas Gargoyle, okay, because you're already here with us. Whenever we do something on Facebook, it's free. Ta-da. If there's a sketch to it, then you got to go to the website and sign up for that. It says it costs $1, but you put the code in and the $1
goes away. Yeah, it'll still be free.
So anytime we do something on Facebook, just so that you remember in the future, it's always free. only thing you're going to paint and pay for is on Zoom.
Right, Zoom events, for sure.
If you go to our YouTube channel and you click on any one of those paintings, that is free.
Yay. All right.
And yes, Sherry Stolt, this will be available later. It'll be here on our Facebook page or it'll be on our YouTube channel.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, let's continue. So I'm going to continue with this lighter color that I was using. Let's start adding some highlights into his wings, okay?
Question.
Okay.
Mike Bruin says, can I blend Guinness into my painting? I spilled.
You
Oops.
could, but
You could.
I'm not sure how that will affect the outcome later.
Either way, take a picture of it and send it to us. We want to see the
At
results.
least you didn't dip your brush in it, right? I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that lighter color, I want to come in this kind of curved section of my wing here. I'm just going to start lightly brushing some of that lighter color into the tip of my wing.
Awesome. Okay, let me go up so they can see what you're doing here.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So just brushing some of that lighter color into the tip of my wing. So it's almost like a triangular shape up here. If you kind of cut this off here, it's like a triangular shape here.
Okay.
So let's take that in this section here. So let's do that there.
Uh-huh.
And you can come and do this side too.
About the same. About the same.
Yep. About the same.
Okay, Jessica Gurney says, how do
Hi.
we tip?
So at the end of this, if it's not there already, because my brother was trying to work on that behind the scenes for me, if it's not there already, we will post a link that will show you our virtual tip jar. It'll link you to our virtual tip jar on our website. And again, all of those tips are going to go toward an anti-bullying organization of some sort. So
when you decide that anti-bullying organization, you're going to post it?
yeah, so we may end up doing a spinner. We may do more than one. We asked for some feedback on that. I have not researched enough of them, but I do want to make, a good choice. I want to make a kind of educated choice on where we're doing that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So again, we have this kind of triangular shape here, this kind of triangular shape here. We'll do sort of the next triangle, which is this way. So if you want to lightly kind of outline that, you can.
Oh, okay, like that.
Yep. So it's almost like there's like a point at this little rounded edge of the wing here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to do the same thing over here. And then we'll do a little bit of highlight in here.
Okay. Now see, Emma Jane says,
Hi,
I
Emma.
didn't have anything to make gray with. So my Frank is rainbow.
I love it.
I love it too. You gotta give us a picture. Get a picture and send it in to us. We're gonna have an awesome Frank.
That is what I'm saying. I cannot wait to see them
We're gonna have
all.
an awesome Frank album.
Definitely we are. And then again, we have this section here. So I'm just, again, using that lighter color and just sort of brushing some of that lighter color in there. I'm going to do the same thing on either side.
Cousin Tara, it's all right.
What'd she say?
She says, sorry, Mark, I'm answering questions on the comments.
Oh, no, that's
No,
good.
that's what
fine.
please.
Please do.
You can't, it's so
We
many
can't
people,
see
I
'em all.
can't answer them all.
Very good. That's why we have a community. We call you guys our Mimosas community.
Yes.
We are all in this together. You guys can answer one another. You help one another. I cannot.
And they've been doing that the whole time we've been doing
that's
this. I'm
awesome.
watching, I see other people are answering other people's questions.
Beautiful.
Tara's answering some people's questions. Mason is answering some people's
Oh,
questions.
thank you. See?
And Frank is answering some people's questions. Everybody's helping everybody. It's a community. That's what we do.
That's exactly it. We love it. Love, love, love.
And
Aw.
see now, Debbie Caitlin
Hi,
says,
Debbie.
I'm a nurse,
Aw,
home
Debbie.
care in the middle of nowhere,
Ugh.
in the boonies.
Oh,
The
man.
only paint I've been able to find was a kid set. And this stuff is as thin as anything. Any thoughts? I can see the pencil through it.
Yeah, sometimes you can see the pencil through it. Did it come with white? Sometimes if you mix a little bit of white with
With the
whatever color, it kind of helps it become a little more opaque. But yeah, sometimes if it's like tempera, you'll see right through it. It's like finger paints almost.
And then for the future, if you just go to our website
If you
and
need
order
a
a
kit.
kit
Yeah.
We'll send you some brushes, canvas,
Good set of
paint.
brushes.
You just decide what it is you would like to have, and
That's
we'll
right.
send it out to you.
Yep. So there's full kits. There's kits with and without brushes. There's kits that are 16 by 20. There's kits that are 11 by 14, 10 by 20. We have all different sizes, so you can determine what you want. Yes, I know we saw, the Karen that was kind of complaining about the $30 shipping fee, which it wasn't really. It's really $15.
Yeah.
But that's for 1 to 3 kits. So if we ship you 1 kit or we ship you 3 kits, it is the same $15 flat rate fee. If we ship you 4 to 6 kits, that is $20. If we ship you, there's a drop down in our shipping, and we do offer you that discount on multiple shipments or multiple kits shipped.
Yes.
So trust me, we're trying to be fair. We are also doing almost everything for free. So
Exactly.
okay, so after we have some of that lighter color in our wings, I'm going to stick with that same lighter color. Okay, I'm going to come right along the edges of his legs back here. Following those curved motions. Rascal, stop chewing.
Okay, now Dina Rooney
Hi,
says,
Tina.
I am sad.
Oh, no.
I sat here waiting for it to go live
Oh.
and just found live feed as it just said it had not yet started on the link. How do I watch from the beginning? I'm still having wine though.
Good job. Well, that's a good first step. So the next step is, I don't know if you can rewind the live, but if you can't, then as soon as we're finished, we're going to post it right away. So you'll
It'll
be able
right
to
here
go.
on the Facebook page.
Yes.
And then tomorrow it'll be on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
And the Facebook page.
There
so
you
you'll
go.
be able to do it either way.
All right. So we did those.
Okay, now I gotta back out.
Okay.
And somebody just said, can we do the toe claws again, please?
Well, yeah,
we didn't even get to that.
We didn't
yet.
get that. Yeah, we didn't get there yet. Don't worry. We'll come to do all those details later. So first, we're still just kind of lightening up some areas. So I came around the left side and the right side, and then I'm gonna do the left side of the arm here. Remember, kind of following those curves, those muscles.
Yes.
And then same thing on the right side of the right arm.
I want to zoom in so you can see it really good. Okay.
And then this bottom section, kind of like the stump or the stone that he's sitting on, we're going to take that light color and kind of brush it all the way from the from the right side toward the left.
Christopher Lemontag says, joining you from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. Falling in love with you guys already. Visit anytime.
Yay.
We can't wait. We want to visit so bad.
Definitely will be in Canada at some point, I promise.
Cousin Tara says, I want to go to Canada with you guys.
See, we used to go as kids together. And that only lasted for me once because I was, the bugs were not for me. Sorry.
Oh.
We went camping. It was not
Yeah, Dina Rooney saying, I found beginning. I love Frank from Canton, Ohio.
Aww.
First time ever trying this, and I'm artistically challenged.
It's okay.
Trust the process,
Trust the
Dina.
process with us. Trust the process
You're saying
with
that
us.
now. There's
Trust
no
the
rules.
process.
Okay? It's not about perfection. It's about just expressing your art, expressing your artistic expression.
That's right.
Believe me, when you finish, trust the process. When you finish, you're going to be like, oh, wow. That was pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, Mike Bruin says the video does rewind.
Oh, see that? So you could, whoever needed to, could actually rewind and start from start.
Yes.
Start from start.
Start from start.
Start from start. I've only had that glass, I promise.
Yeah, that's it? That's the only
That's
thing
it. That's
you've
all
been
I've had so far, and it sounds like
sure?
I can't speak.
What are you drinking? Did you tell them what you were drinking tonight?
I didn't. It's my usual Muscat Canelli
All right,
from
now you're going to show it. You got to let me back out.
One Hope Wine. No, not really. One Hope.
Oh, now I got to zoom in so they can see the name.
That's all. So it's the, this bottle goes toward, it helps fund clinical trials to help cure cancer.
There you go.
So yes, finding a wine that also goes for different causes, you know, it's near and dear to mine. Okay. Next.
All right. Where are you going next? So
Next step, we're gonna we'll start at the top and then we'll come down to the bottom again.
Cool. Okay, I'm zoomed in, so I'm gonna stay up at the top.
Okay. So we're gonna make this gray that we had, our original gray that we made. We're gonna make that just a tiny bit darker. Okay. So again, I'm gonna take a little bit of my black and mix with a smidge of my gray here to make this just a little bit darker.
Okay. I guess Cassidy Berkheimer romance. There's a little bit of a head.
Okay.
Because
She done already?
If I didn't use Sharpie to sketch, should I go over the edges with black?
You could if you want to. I like to kind of do like a broken line. So I'll edge with a little bit of black and I'll lift my brush and I'll edge with a little bit of black and I'll lift up. So I kind of do broken lines to do some of that outlining, yes.
And you also tell people if they want to wait till their painting is
Dry.
that they could use a
And
Sharpie.
you can use a Sharpie, that's right, absolutely. Okay, so with my darker gray, I want to come up to, so down in this kind of corner, oh, not dark enough, hang on. So we want this to be a little darker than what we have on there already, so it's noticeable.
Now see, remember when the guy said he had used some Guinness?
Yes.
Okay, so Frank says, Guinness in the painting makes a New Year's painting that's festive AF.
There you
See,
go.
I caught that one that time. I didn't say it, see?
Good job. So, all right, in this top triangular shape of our wing, I'm actually going to come right along the edge. So I don't know if you can see. So right along the edge, leaving about maybe 1/4 of an inch of space from the outside to the inside. And then I'm going to bring this darker color up in toward the center
Okay.
of that wing.
Now Emma Jane says,
Hey, Emma.
okay, something weird just happened.
Uh-oh.
My video froze and then went into hyperspeed, and now I'm really confused. Please help.
Where are you at, sweetie?
Are you sure you're taking sips?
I don't know. Hyperspeed? I mean.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that. I think maybe it just appears to be having hyperspeed.
I don't know. Let me know where you're at and we'll help you, okay? We'll get you back on track. Okay, so we bring this line down here, bring some of that darker color up and toward the center there at the bottom of that triangular shape. And then in this little section again, right from kind of that little corner area, I'm going to brush some of that dark color out and toward the center of that triangular section here.
Jan Noblet, don't worry. She says, I just got back from work and I hope I can figure it out from watching now. You can watch the whole thing over and over again. Once we're done, we'll
someone
post the
said
video.
you can watch it, like rewind it and
You
watch
can
it if
rewind
you
it and
want.
start it from the beginning.
Yep,
Or just wait until we're done and we're going to post the video. You can watch it then.
that's right. All right, so after this little triangular section here, we're going to come from the right side of this wing. What are you growling at? And then bring a little line down like this.
Jamie Brulette says,
Hi, Jamie.
my video cut out. What just happened? Is that gray or white highlight?
So the highlights that I have on here so far is just the light gray. So I took this gray that we made, I added a little bit of white to it, and then I used that for the face, and then all of the lighter sections that you see. And now I took that original gray that we made, and I added a little more black to it to make a darker gray. Rascal, what's going on, boy?
He's realizing it's almost that time.
Oh my goodness. All right, so down on this
Putting
wing.
you on the clock.
Again, a line across here, and we're going to bring that down. I'm not at the edge again. I'm kind of about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge.
Okay.
And then from behind his ear, I want to lift some of that darker gray up in toward the center. I don't want to put my hand in front of it, but... So So from behind his head, around the ear, just kind of bringing some of that gray up and toward the center of the wing, that bottom section of the wing there. And I'll do the same thing with coming from the left side, just kind of brushing in toward the center of the wing a bit.
Michaela Brandon says,
Hi,
I wish
Michaela.
college painting classes were this fun.
You know, if we could sit while we painted in college.
Yeah, maybe they need to think about that.
I'm sure they probably have at this point, but
You gotta make it fun.
yes, definitely. All right, so I'm going to try and mimic these same outlines and shadows on this side without giving you my whole arm in the way. But, so from the left side, from the right side, I'm moving in about 1/4 of an inch, giving that little triangular shape in there.
What's going on, Rascal?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you eyeballing me? Are you getting restless now because Mommy's painting?
Yes, he is.
Yep, he just said yes.
Okay, from that little section of this triangle here, brushing some of that in there.
Why are you eyeballing me, Rascal? You're always eyeballing me.
Just like stop talking
Mommy's
about
got
me.
a little bit more time to paint, so you just gotta be patient, okay?
Yes.
So just lie down at her feet like you always do.
You know, he's coming for
Now
you.
you're gonna come there. Now you're gonna come to me and say, "You bet me. You bet me."
All right. So again, I'm
No, he's
just
ignoring me.
just
Yeah,
doing
he's bitching now.
using same. I want to mimic this wing, same as this one. So we have this little section in this triangle area, and we'll bring that line across, slightly
spoiled brat.
curved.
You're a spoiled brat, Rascal.
Yes, he is.
Mommy got you spoiled rotten.
Corner, about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge, bringing that darker color down. And again, our hat's going to be over here, so we don't have to do too much with the shadowing. Just do a little bit, maybe in the center and from the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, our hat's going to be in this area, so we don't have to worry about that too much. You can all you want. I
Yeah,
can't
sit
help
down,
you.
Rascal. Sit down.
Lay
Take
down.
it easy. He's got you on the clock now.
I know. All right.
Patty Flynn Spicer says, I'm running about 20 or so minutes behind.
That's okay.
Just wanted to drop in here and say that I'm from Mount Airy, Maryland, which used to be a
Welcome.
railroad town.
Oh, cool.
Having an event here to paint the Twin Arch Railroad Bridge would be awesome.
Ooh, that
we will
is
write
cool.
that down
Write that down.
in the book. Oh, let me just write it here on this book. What's going on here? Twin Arch Railroad Bridge.
Lay down. Lay down. Calm down, mister. Stop.
In Mount Airy, Maryland. Yeah, take it easy, Rascal. Take it easy.
All right.
Take it easy.
Same dark gray. We're going to come in the inside of his mouth with that color.
Okay.
And we'll do his nose with that color. And then we want to do the opposite side of these arms. So the arms are going to go like this. So the inside parenthesis on the top and the bottom of each of those arms.
Okay.
If you want to add a little bit of some shadowing on the outside of where that lighter color is, back here, you can add that in here too.
Yeah, I pulled out so they could see the whole thing.
It's okay. That's fine.
Tammy Smith says, how long is the average time of your videos, please, so I can block out the times?
So
It's usually 2 hours.
I was gonna say an hour and a half to 2 hours, but when we sketch together, it usually does go into about the 2 hour mark.
Right, because we're already at the hour and a half mark now.
Yep. So yeah, definitely 2 hours tonight, if not a little bit later. Um, that is just what happens sometimes.
Okay, now see, we have Marie Hawes Sexton.
Hi,
Says,
Marie.
I participate in the Veterans Art Alliance in Eugene, Oregon.
Awesome.
We usually get together once a month to paint.
I love that.
We
That's
haven't
so
been able to
cool.
get together in almost a year because of COVID, and I miss it a lot.
There
I'm
you
glad
go.
I found this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for making it accessible to everyone.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I'm bringing her up because I'm going to give her the information that we do
We
Zoom
offer
events.
that. Yeah, we offer
so
that.
that if you have a group of people that like to paint and they haven't been able to get together, we can get together through Zoom because
Yes.
that's what we do for a lot of other
We
organizations.
do.
We've done Pfizer, we've done Merck, we do the Girl Scouts,
Yep.
we do private birthday parties. All of these things are on Zoom. You can go to our website, mimosasmasterpieces.com,
Yes.
and we'll set up an event for you. We will paint whatever you want us to paint. We'll have fun with you guys.
Yep.
So this way,
Absolutely.
everybody gets to join together again.
We would love to do that.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see. I'm going to switch brushes. Okay, I'm going to go to that tiny brush. We're going to work on those, the claws down here, those little detail areas, and then we'll move back up to our details on our face, get to that hat. All right, so I'm going to switch brushes to my tiny brush now for detail. Rinse and dry. I'm going to grab a little bit of black, tiny bit of black at a time on that brush.
Yeah.
Okay. So from where our little arms here end, we're going to start doing small curve lines down. So these
Yeah,
are kind of
zoom
like,
in.
yep, those toes. So it may not be exact. It may not be, you know, perfect. But we're just going to do a couple little curve lines down. And then we want to come to, so I did 3 curve lines this way. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And we'll do the same thing on this. So for this back leg, we need to get those claws in there too. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Got to get this back leg here. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, now Lee Utek was saying before, okay, mostly crying at my background. It still looks blocky.
Blotchy, yep.
Yeah, blotchy or
Okay.
blocky.
Yep.
So can I just go over it again as if starting over?
Yes, you can.
Right, so just paint over it.
Yeah, you can. You can
Wait
definitely
till it's dry.
wait. Right, that's the most important thing. Wait till it's completely dry, and then if you want to go over it, you can go over it. Use white as kind of like your
Base?
to lighten it up as a base a bit, and then if you want to pick colors that maybe blend together a little better than blue and yellow, which will make your green. So something about when you're blending, you do have to work a little quickly so that you don't get those hard edges in color. So up here blended really smoothly.
Yeah, they can't see that. I've got
Where-
it zoomed in on the toes
Oh,
that
okay.
you were making.
So up at the top it blended a little more smooth than down where there might be some streaks of color. But I always go over with the lighter version, so yellow and white, and kind of go back over and lighten it up a bit.
Okay.
You can always go back over and do it again. That's the best thing about painting, right? You can just paint over it and do it again.
That's right. There's no mistakes.
Yep. All right. So we're kind of making toes here. Let's see. I'm trying to look at my original here. What's the best way to do this? I mean, if you can fit more in there, you can fit. I'm going to fit more in here. Let's do another 1 or 2 in here. 1 and 2. You can get as many claws in there as you want.
As many claws as you want.
Many claws as you want in there.
I'm trying to zoom in on both of them.
It's okay. And then at the bottom of each of these little curves, I'm going to do other little curves. 1, 2. So they look like little half circles on the end of each of those.
Yeah, see, I gotta zoom in on that. Okay,
Yeah.
this is details. I
Yes,
gotta
yes.
get
These
all
are
the way
super
in on
detailed now. Super detailed. So little curves on the edge of each of these.
that. See now, Mahima Sosale says,
Hey, Mahima.
I've been having a bad depression episode recently, and I felt bad because my mom has been doing the best she can to help.
Aww.
As soon as I saw this on Frank's page, I knew I had to do it with her.
Yay.
And we're spending some quality time together, having fun and being creative.
Good.
Thanks so much, you
You're
guys.
so welcome. That's what makes us happy. That's
Absolutely.
what this is
That's
about.
what makes this all worth it.
All right, curves all the way across. So little curved lines. So these are the edges of those toes where the claws are going to come from. You may not get them all in there. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we'll do little diamonds almost at the edge of either one of those. So little almost V shapes at the end of each one of those.
Oh, yeah. See, definitely got to get back to the mimosas. I promise I'm gonna have Jennifer make and sip mimosas coming in the
We
future.
need more mimosas.
Yeah, cause Pam Phipps is here. She
Hi,
says,
Pam.
I went to Cracker Barrel's for breakfast today.
And you had a
They had
mimosa?
orange and strawberry mimosas on the menu.
Ooh.
And then I remembered it was painting tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Sipping on
takes
wine
her
tonight.
sips and everything. Don't get me wrong, but we're mimosas and masterpieces. There's got to be some episodes that we have where she's
Mimosas.
making mimosas and drinking mimosas.
You got it. Well, on our hippos next week, we'll make you some mimosas.
And just for you people who are our regular viewers, people are always wanting to see me, and I don't show myself that much. But if you go to the New Year's Eve Bubbles video, that's what I was drinking. I actually drank something. I drank mimosas with Jennifer at the very end of the session.
That's right. He did. Can't believe it.
Yeah, I came on camera and sipped some mimosas and thanked you guys for joining us and giving us such a great year.
We did. We had an awesome year.
Other than that, Jennifer's the star, so she's got to be on camera.
Oh my.
I'm the man in behind the curtain.
Let's see. What's next? Where can we go to next? Let's do our. All right. So let's get our your toes in there. So that part is kind of done. You've got those kind of sketched out with your paint. And then I think I'm gonna go to white. I'm gonna switch back to that medium round brush.
Okay.
Okay. And that is Holly whistling. Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Rascal's down at her feet now.
Yes.
Or Bonnie Gray Jones is saying, Rascal says he needs to pee. That might be the case.
Well, he's at my feet.
Yeah, he's at
He
your
starts
feet. So
acting
right
up
now, he's
again. I'll
waiting.
run him upstairs.
Basically, he got her on the clock. That's all. Once we get up to an hour and a half, that's when he starts to object that we're painting too long. Because he's spoiled.
Medium round brush. I switched back to medium round brush, rinsed and dried.
Okay.
Okay. So let's work on some of let's finish up those highlights, okay? So on the edges of those wings, so tip of the wing, I'm going to come down.
And you're going to do this in white.
Yep, this is with some white. Do a little bit of that highlight on the inside of that wing there. Just that tip in there a bit. Are you up in that area to see?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, I did that before you even got up there.
Good job. So I'm almost coming down around the edge of this. Use some of that broken line. So add a little white, lift a little, add a little white, lift a little.
Add a little white and lift a little.
Yep, so it's kind of like a broken line. Down, up, down, up. A little bit of white in here.
Yeah, a lot of people are liking Rascal.
Rascals are
They said
baby.
Rascal is cute.
We are painting next. Oh, is it Tuesday? Wait, what are we painting?
Rascal?
No, not Rascal, but the paint it forward for Wise Animal Rescue.
Um,
Tuesday, I think. Next Tuesday, the 12th. No? Okay.
yeah, you got to give me an updated.
I did make
event
one. I don't
list.
know what happened to it, but it's over there somewhere.
Yeah, nope, it's not over here. You got to give it to me. If
Well,
you give it to me, then I put it in my book, and then I would never lose it. This is what was in my book.
okay. So anyway, all of our Facebook, all of the events are listed on Facebook, but we are painting it forward for Wise Animal Rescue. We're bringing back the Peanuts painting. If you didn't get to do the Peanuts painting with Snoopy and Woodstock on his doghouse with some snow and lights, we'll be painting that for Wise Animal Rescue. That is a $5 Zoom fee. All of those fees will go towards hopefully adopting, helping an animal get adopted that night.
And of course, we have Rascal.
Rascal is from Wise Animal.
Rascal right here. I don't know if you can see him.
Oh, that's right. Here, you can throw him over to me.
Here you go.
Okay. Oh, Rascal's like, what?
Yeah, now you're gonna get all.
So we do have plush Rascals on our website for sale, but we will be painting a Rascal at some point. Right now, Rascal's giving out Valentine's too. So with every Rascal purchase, we're going to send you a little bag of dog treats for a furry friend, right, Rascal?
Uh-huh.
That's right. We're going to send Valentine treats to your friends.
And there's a post on our Facebook page about that, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
There is. Okay. Still continuing with some white. Want to come down around those edges a bit. Again, kind of press down, lift up, press down, lift up. Ooh, Rascal, you almost knocked it over, man. Take it easy, boy.
Yeah, Jen Barrett says, did Rascal drink the paint water?
Not yet.
He needs a paint water walk. Yeah, he just wants a walk, period.
All right, I'm bringing some of that lighter, that white, up into the edges of those wings. Oh my. We'll do the edges of those ears, or at least this ear. This
Yeah,
is
they said Frank is looking really ripped.
Yes.
Frank says Frank is going to need to change his name to Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's looking buff AF.
I love it. All right, we got that lighter, that white up in this ear, the edge of the ear. I'm going to do that lighter color, brush some of that white in those two little circles that we made for kind of the front of his face or the top of his mouth. So a little bit of white in there just to lighten that up a bit.
Okay.
All right, and then I think we're going to, let's work on that hat. Let's work on that hat.
All right, so let's go ahead.
Christmas hat.
Zoom
Here we
in
go.
A little bit more.
All right, so my red. So my red, if I just use my straight red because it's a primary red,
Yeah.
it's transparent. It looks pink. So I do have to add a little bit of yellow to it to make it look more red or more deep. If you have brown, you can always add a little brown to it. But I add a little bit of yellow to it. Not enough to make it orange. Just makes it a darker shade of red so that it shows up a little more. All right, here we go. Right across his ear. And if it's still not,
I'm zoomed in.
if it's not covering what you've done, I'm gonna add, I know it's crazy to say, but I'm gonna add a teeny tiny touch of black. Teeny tiny.
Izzy Hines says, my claws are messed up.
It's okay.
Obviously from fending off Karen.
Yes. But it's okay. Don't worry if they seem like they're messed up. Don't stress.
Right, it's okay.
We're gonna add some highlights in there. From far away, you're gonna know what it is.
Right, just like Vicky Moulton is saying, I made my base too small, so now it looks like Frank is balancing on a circus ball. It's okay.
You can always make that bigger too.
Right.
You can always make that bigger. That's fine.
Or if he was on a circus ball, that would be fine too.
All right, so we have that kind of a curved line down around off of his ear or over his ear. And then I'm gonna bring this up and then come down into my like yellow area over here. So it almost looks like a square shape. Organic though. Doesn't have to be not straight lines. We don't want straight lines. And we'll come back down and around.
Right,
Just
Kathy Ann
fill that in.
Powles is asking you to explain the toes again when you finish doing the
Yes,
hat.
you got it.
And Mary Russell Sanders says, my 10-year-old son and I are painting Frank tonight.
Yay!
My son would love for you all to come down to Huntsville, Alabama, and paint the Saturn V rocket.
Ooh.
Loving your session. Yeah, I would love that.
All right, write that one down.
The Saturn V rocket.
Listen, I'm open to ideas. I love, listen, I have not really traveled. It is time for me to travel in life. It's time for us to travel in I don't know, in life, in business, and meeting people. And if last year taught us anything, it's about how much people in our lives mean to us, right? And our friends and our family that we may not have been able to see and meet over months.
Absolutely.
It's time to get back to those people and meet all of you new ones. All right, so we've kind of got our Santa hat on there. So we'll add some of that darker shadowing to make it look like the hat's kind of folded over. I know it doesn't quite look like that yet, but it will. I'm going to rinse and dry after I have that red on there. I'm going to go to my white, and I'm just going to kind of tap that little fluff ball on the end of there, that pom-pom.
Just tapping.
Just tapping. If you happen to pick up a little red, it's fine, don't worry. I'm going to do the same thing underneath here. So I want to tap underneath first.
Right, they're going to definitely want you to explain the toes
again. Okay, yep. I know, it's kind of tough to explain and see because they're kind of all jumbled together.
And then other people are talking about mimosas. My best Bethany Sasson says, my best friend demands that mimosas are made with cranberry juice, and her husband likes it with orange juice.
So listen,
they did a whole mimosa bar at their wedding.
Yes, we've done mimosa bars.
Hold on, before you say that.
I love it. Go ahead.
Sarah Mark says, here you go. Get mango prosecco from Costco like a mimosa in a bottle.
Yes.
Well, didn't you use that in?
So I use mango nectar. I like mango nectar and prosecco. Yes, definitely. Okay. We use, what did we use last time? We used mango orange or
we made
pineapple.
Pineapple mango.
Pineapple mango or pineapple orange.
It was pineapple mango.
Pineapple mango and prosecco. Yes, for when I set up a spa day, when I do a party for myself, I throw it for my friends. We've had a spa day. We set up an entire mimosa bar. I have every juice, nectar, flavored, prosecco, flavored, sparkling wine available, and they go to town. It's so much fun. Yes, relax, Rascal. I know, baby.
Yes, Bethany says, tell Rascal he's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
He's a spoiled boy.
Yes, he is. All right, let's come down and do our Santa beard. So after you've got your taps on for your pom-pom and taps on here. And again, I picked up some of that red. It's totally fine. What happened?
The camera moved all out.
Oh, okay. We'll
so
wait.
I gotta bring it back.
No problem.
It's back.
It's back. Okay. So Santa beard. All right, I'm going to start up here where my wing meets my face and just start tapping.
You're just going to tap it in?
Yep, just tapping it in with that medium round brush. If you want to kind of tap it in outline, let's tap it in outline. I'm going to come down to like there.
Yeah, Melissa Chapman here could hear Holly when she was
whistling.
She says, yeah, it sounds like Holly approves of your Frank painting.
She's too much.
Now, Jennifer Miller says, our whole family is doing this together tonight.
Aw, yay.
And my 10-year-old daughter wants you to know that they are all looking amazing.
Aww.
Thank you so much for doing this. And Frank the Gargoyle is amazing.
Yes, he is. We're so happy that we can help be a part of this, for sure. I was so touched that Frank the Gargoyle worked on fundraising and painting it forward, and paying it forward. That is exactly what we're about. We always love to paint it forward or give it forward wherever we can. I'm all about that.
Yes.
So, yes, thank you for continuing All right. We got our beard on there. Okay, let me come back down to our toes. If you want to come back down and zoom for them again,
The toes, yes.
so that I can re-explain those.
It's right there.
Okay, so here's what I did. So this was the back leg, right? So I came down from that little area in between our Arnold Schwarzenegger arms here, this little section over here, and I brought some curved lines down.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's right. So 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 of them. It doesn't really quite matter. They're all going to be all jumbled up. Nobody's going to count. And then from that curved line down, I did another little curve. So it's a little half circle. And then I brought it to a point. So I put a little point on the end of each one of those. So those are going to be the claws.
Okay. Yeah, Deb Meyer was like, do you have a cockatiel or a Quaker parakeet? Because my Quaker keeps whistling. He's hearing the whistling in the video and he's replying.
Isn't it so crazy? It's so funny.
And I can hear it.
They can. They have like an amazing sense of hearing. It's amazing. All right, so we have our beard, we have our hat. Let's come up and do our details and our facial features with that black. I'm gonna stick with this. So if you were using the white, let's rinse and dry from that brush. I'm gonna go back to our tiny brush again.
Okay.
Okay, tiny brush of black. Let's come and do some of those facial features. All right, so let's work on some details up here. So I'm gonna come around the bottom of each one of those little circle sections of his nose or top of his mouth. And I'm going to come around the inside of that mouth. Now I can't really quite see some of that, the outside of that mouth because it's sort of covered by the beard.
Uh-huh.
So you can leave that. And then in the beard, really light pressure. So tiny bit of paint at a time. I'm going to do like little swirls or little squiggles in that beard with that black. So tiny bit of paint at a time. We'll just do a couple little squiggles in that beard.
Right, see, Debbie Caitlin says,
Hi,
I think my
Debbie.
Frank is a Francine. Their nails are painted.
Hey, it's okay.
Then again, they could be a Frank who takes pride in their manicure. There you go.
That's right. Aiden's always trying to paint his nails. He always paints his nails.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Alright, so we added those little squiggles, and if you want to, we can sort of lightly kind of give that beard a little outline with those squiggles. It doesn't have to match up. It doesn't have to be a full outline. Just going to lightly kind of come around with those little squiggles so you can see that full beard now.
Okay.
Alright.
Steve Greeno says,
Hi, Steve.
mimosas with cranberry is a poinsettia.
Oh, ooh. I like the name of that. Okay. Good to know. Mm-hmm. So in his nose, again, that little brush of black. Little brush with a little tiny bit of black in it. So on the inside of his nose, they're kind of like little apostrophes. So it's a little circle, or a little dot, and then, was it a colon? A semicolon?
Oh.
Super hard to see.
Yeah, I can't get any closer.
Okay, so it's a little circle and it's kind of like a little comma. So
Okay.
Circle and then a comma underneath it.
Right, Jamie saying, internet
Hi,
is so
Jamie.
bad, I can no
Aw.
longer watch for fun, but thank you so
Aw.
much. I will definitely be finishing this tomorrow.
Very good. Sorry, I know. Internet in some places just stinks. It's tough.
Right, and then Mark Rebergen says, I'm not painting, but it's a hoot watching my girlfriend and her daughter go to town with Frank
I love it.
from Edmonton, Canada.
Aw. Very good. All right, let's do those, let's get those eyes in there. Okay, so up here, we're going to move up from the nose, maybe a half an inch. Let's really light pressure, tiny bit of paint. I'm going to kind of give him those almond eye shapes. If you need to rinse and dry that brush, get it back to a point, you can do that. So again, I kind of move up about a 1/2 inch, give them those little almond eye shapes here.
Yeah, a lot of our viewers are giving they're giving a lot of good ideas on what they have where they live that we can paint.
I
or where
love
we
that.
can
That's
paint.
so great.
And definitely will make sure I make a list of all of these things.
Yes.
We'll go through the comments again and write down all of these places.
Absolutely. Love it, love it. All right, and then above each of these little eye shapes, we're going to do another curve line down. So it's kind of like the eyebrow, but we want it to come in past the inner part of the eye, so it looks like he's kind of mad a little bit.
Okay.
And then we are going to add a couple of little lines in here, like little wrinkles up here. A few little lines up there for wrinkles.
Heidi Deaver says we are
Hi,
only a
Heidi.
few minutes in, and we are not artists here, but we are trying.
It's okay. It's okay.
Right, we do every session with the thought in mind that everybody is not at the same skill level. So you don't have to be an artist.
Lots of details in this one, so I know this one's
It's
a
not
tough
about-
one, but you guys are hanging in there. You got this.
Yes, it's not about perfection, it's about expression. So just have fun. That's all. That's the main thing you should have when you're doing this with us. Is to make sure you're having some fun.
All right, and then we'll do that little pupil inside the eye. So kind of brush on either side. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Frank said, yeah, he's mad.
That
He's
right?
mad at Karen leaving him notes.
Exactly. Exactly. Hello. If you need to rinse and dry to get it back to a point, go ahead. We're going to continue with that tiny brush and working on some of those outlines and details. Okay. So let's outline his ear up here, and we'll do kind of the inside of the ear as well with that little triangular shape. And then those wings, we're going to come up and do those broken lines. So what I
Okay.
do is, I may do like 1 inch. I may lift my brush, do another inch, lift my brush. I'm just kind of following along like you are outlining, but I'm not outlining the entire thing.
Are you using black?
Just using black. And again, if you're not comfortable with using paint to do it, wait until it dries and you can go back over with Sharpie. That works. Or a thin paint marker. That works as well.
Yolanda Paul says, my skill level is at least I'm trying. That's
Listen,
okay.
That is a good skill level to start at.
And Rebecca Practice says, in my class, we always say, we aim for practice, not perfection.
Aiden's teacher of 4 years, who just left us,
Yeah.
he always says, present, not perfect. Present, not perfect. Yep, got it. All right, going to continue with those kind of broken outlines. Again, kind of give it a little outline, and I lift my brush and move my hand down, and a little bit of paint, lift my brush and move down. Sorry, my arm's in the way. For just a second here. Well, I could do the same down here around those legs we got going on. And we will get to the chains, don't worry. There we go.
Lachlan Heigl
Hi.
says, my Frank's beard looks more like Ruth Bader Ginsburg's collar.
You know what? Touche. That's a good thing. I love it. Okay, I'm going to come over and give my Santa hat a little outline too while I'm over here. So remember, we wanted to kind of add a little bit of definition so you can see that the hat kind of flipped a little. So to do that, I'm going to come up here and kind of section that off. And then we'll bring some of that black down into our red.
Yeah, they're giving a lot of good locations
Oh, that's so awesome,
and
guys.
things that we could paint when we come out to visit them.
That's right. So we're gonna need a place to stay. So let us know.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, we've had some crazy times already. It's gonna be
Mary
fun.
Ann Copeman says,
Hi,
how do we
Mary Ann.
post our painting?
So what we'll do at the end of this, it may be posted already. There should be a picture up there that says, please post your photos here. We just would like you to add your photos as a comment in that area and post them throughout there. And then the other post that we have on there should have an information for that, the virtual tip jar. Again, there's a link. It will take you to our website to do the virtual tip on the website. It does accept PayPal. And all of those proceeds will go to an anti-bullying organization. We'll come back on in the next day or so to kind of announce what we do with that and how much you guys have raised for it. Because certainly this is like the perfect opportunity for us to give back where we weren't expecting to, but yes, let's definitely do it.
Yes.
All right. So what do we got? We got that brown in there. I'm sorry, that black in there for that outline. We need to add. We still need a highlight there. Let's do the chains. Let's go for the chains. All right.
Okay.
Trying to think if I want to use a big brush or a little brush. All right, I'm going to stick with my medium brush. Medium brush, rinsed and dried. I'm going to go to, let's do the slightly lighter gray. If you need to mix, again, we'll just mix a little bit of that original gray with some white, because we're going to play with some color here. And I do want to get this brush kind of to a point, so we have a slightly smaller brush. And then I'll show you how we do chains.
Unette Stanton says, what's the website?
Mimosasmasterpieces.com.
All one word.
Yep. All one word. You got it. Okay, so we have that lighter gray.
Can you describe the gray again? Because Dusty Lynn Morton says you're going a little too fast.
Okay, so all I did so the next gray that I'm making is for the chains. And I'm going to put a little highlight on here before I even get to the chains, but I just want it to be lighter than the gray that we have, than our original gray. So it can be this lighter gray that we use, or you can mix another gray. We just want it to be lighter than the original gray.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so right across the edge of this, I want to come with that lighter gray again to kind of give it that edge there. And then for our chain, we're going to do a little curved line down like this.
Yeah.
So we're going to do, it's almost, I'm going to use those parenthesis things again. Okay, curved line that way.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to start my next parenthesis in the center of the first one and bring it down this way.
Okay.
And then we're just going to kind of keep going down.
And that's how you make your chain. Brianna Hinojo
Hi,
says,
Brianna.
I purchased to get into the Zoom with the Zoo
Yay!
events. I'm very excited about it.
Us too. We were there last weekend to check out the penguins.
And
They're
check out where we were going to work.
so cute.
Yeah,
we
they
can't
really are
wait.
cute.
If I could just like hold one and hug it, oh my god.
Yeah.
Be
I
so
asked
cool.
them, could we have all 10 of them in the room with us? And they was like, no, we can only have one. And I was like, bummer, man.
So I'm just going to continue this chain all the way down to about the middle of our stump, or almost stump, or stone down here.
You know, maybe I should have asked them, could we set you up with the easel and the paintings in the middle of the island?
Oh my
So
god.
you'd be right there with the penguins?
I'd be so distracted I wouldn't get to paint.
Because they came out and performed for us. They dove in the water. One penguin kept coming into the little door. They have like a little house, and there was like a little doorway. The penguin kept coming out to the doorway, looking around like, what's going on? Then the one penguin came up and walked me along the little walkway.
So cute.
If we could just put Jennifer right in the middle of them.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I would be distracted though, there's no way. Alright, so once I get down to this, about the center, I'm going to then bring instead of doing a parenthesis this way, we're going to come sideways with it. So we're going to work this way around the side. So it's like a rainbow shape or a frown face, and a smile. And I'm going to just work that around the edge till we get to back here. So it's just going to kind of finish off by kind of pulling that last chain around the back.
Okay. Jennifer George says, my son's background is green.
It's okay.
And he didn't like it at first, but
Okay.
now he says he likes it.
Oh, good. Yes, you know what? I know it's a silly thing to say, but sometimes you just have to walk away from it for a minute and then come back to see it.
Yes.
Because you're looking so closely at it that sometimes you don't get the bigger picture. So walk away from it. This was one of the first things that I learned in art. Like sometimes I struggle with looking at it and not, if I don't like something, sometimes I struggle to get through paintings too, and I forget to trust the process. And I walk away from it and I come back and I go, oh wait, I do really like that, and I could do this or that, and it'll make me happier if I do this or that to it.
That's it.
But sometimes you just have to walk away from it for a bit and then come back. All right, we got our chains in there. Let's get some details on those chains, and we are almost done, guys. All right, so we've got, I'm going to switch back to that tiny brush now so we can get some detail on those chains. So I'm going back to my black paint, and I'm almost going to outline each one of those.
Chain links.
So it's almost like you're just going to do those little C's.
Dusty Lynn Morton says,
Hi,
I
Dusty
can't
Lynn.
keep up at this point. It's a lovely project, but I'm going to have to catch it on the rewind and fix
okay.
what's going wrong.
No problem.
There's nothing going wrong.
Well, on her end, I can understand if you're frustrated.
It's not about perfection. It's about your expression.
Yeah, but if you can't, if you feel like you're stressed to keep up, we don't want that either. So
right, that's not good to paint from that type of frame.
So sometimes, yes, we do have people that just wait until it's done and then go back to rewind. But I know we're past the 2-hour mark, and I know some people are anxious to get done too. Yeah. So we're getting there. We're almost there. I just want to get some of these outlines and details in here for you. So I'm just sort of outlining each of these little chains with that
And
black.
just like Renee Sass says, I found it's a good idea to take a picture of your painting with your phone. It looks so much better.
Isn't that so strange? I know. It's like the weird phone phenomenon. I have no idea what that is. But you take a picture with your phone and you post it, and it looks, I would say better. But I think what happens is it smooths out all of those little, what you feel like are imperfections or those little brush strokes that you might see. And I don't know what it is, but it does sometimes look better.
And it's just, you just got to trust the process. And like she said earlier, if you're frustrated or stressed, then just walk away.
Yep. Step away
Give
for
yourself
a
a
while.
chance to catch a breather.
Yes.
Have something to drink.
Yes.
And you come on back.
Definitely.
And it's got to be fun for you.
Yeah. You don't want to be stressed doing something like this at all. For sure. So take a breather. It's okay. Don't worry. All right. So I'm gonna give you a minute to get that part of the chain done.
Okay.
I know that will take.
Either way, whatever way it comes out, whether you like it or not, we still would love if you take a picture of it and send it to us so we can at least
Everybody's
admire it.
is going to be different. Everybody's is.
We're looking forward to that. We want it to be different. We don't want everybody's painting to be the same.
All right, what other ones? I'm excited for a couple of other paintings that are coming up. I'm excited for the bumblebees. I'm excited for the Mardi Gras because, I added glitter to Mardi Gras. And the ruby slippers, which will be in March. I have to back out
so you can see all of these paintings she's describing because I don't have them on my list. And it's hard to tell you what day it is because I don't know, but you can find the dates on our event list, which is on our Facebook page.
So yes, we have the Mardi Gras painting. That's February 16th. Yes.
Okay.
That is Tuesday, because that is Fat Tuesday, right?
Down in the lower right-hand corner is the sloths with the heart. That's on Valentine's Day.
Yay.
That's from our Zoom with the Zoo series.
Yep.
It'll be 1 o'clock on February 14th, Eastern Time. There's a VIP opportunity with that one that we haven't chosen yet.
That's right. Those will be chosen. The VIP opportunities will be chosen on the 23rd when we paint the rainbow boa.
On the left side of the gargoyle that she just painted, Frank the Gargoyle, is the barred owl that will be also done live on location at the Lehigh Valley Zoo with our Zoom with the Zoo series.
Yep.
That also has a VIP opportunity.
We have the flip-flops in the sand coming up. I don't know if it's next week, but the week after, just to give you a little bit of sunshine and get away from some of the snow.
Okay.
We got some of the spring stuff coming up. The hippo in the bathtub, of course. I'll throw that up there at some point. We're going to do that for a birthday party, but you guys were talking about hippos, and then somebody came at me and said, can we do a hippo for a birthday party? So we had to do the hippo for a birthday party. And then I did your hippos or Christmas AF. And then we
got Hamilton right on the right side of the gargoyle, Frank the Gargoyle.
We had a lot of Hamilton fans early on. I had to work my way through that, but I got through it.
All right.
And then we have the hugging snowman or the rainbow winter scene up in the right corner. That's a Paint It Forward, and that is next week, I think.
All of these dates can be found on our Facebook page right where you are now in the events section.
Yep. You got it. We have the koi pond coming up. Lots of stuff coming up. We are booked definitely into February, and some at least we know for sure the ruby slippers are going to be in March. So watch for that one too.
Right. You can't see the ruby slippers because they're covered by the Frank. There they are. Right behind Frank.
And anything that has something special to it, like the Mardi Gras that has glitter on it. The kits that we do send come with the glitter. We're also throwing in a glitter mask. We're throwing in beads. So that's your Mardi Gras kit. And then same with the ruby slippers. We're sending you with glitter in the kit so that you have that in your kit. So we like to have some more fun things too in there. All right, coming back to my chain, I'm gonna rinse and dry. Tiny brush, sticking with that tiny brush. And this time I'm going to white. So a little bit of my white. And I'm gonna come across each one of these little chains again on the inside with some white highlights.
Right there. Somebody, Kathy Ann Parr wanted me to show the beard up close again.
Oh, okay.
I tried, and then the camera just went all crazy.
Oh.
Okay, but I got it now.
Oh, sorry. And I'm gonna, with this white, kind of give our little toenails, our little claws, a little bit of white highlight in those claws. Hi, buddy. Relax, baby.
Pam Phipps says, are you doing the bike?
Pam. The bike I don't have posted yet. It is those are going to be that was the Pfizer events that are that I have privately, but I'll probably end up doing it once the Pfizer group gets done doing those.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, and then we kind of want to make almost like knuckles on these. So on each of these little toes or on each of these little claws, about the center of it, I'm going to come through with a little white curve or a little line of white. So it's kind of like a little knuckle on there. Again, doesn't have to be perfect.
No.
Good, this is good. And then I'm also, if you want to write Frank down here, you can start writing Frank in white. We're almost there, guys. Almost there.
Leela Hale says,
Hi, Leela.
I want to add glitter to Frank's red hat. How do I do that? Is there a special way?
So usually what I do when we add glitter, I do it while it's wet, and then I kind of lay it flat and I add the glitter to it. So when you're all done with everything and you're ready to glitter something, lay it sideways or lay it flat, paint on that color again, tap your glitter on, and then give it a second or so, and then I tap it off into the trash and the rest of it goes away.
Okay.
But you only want the section that you want glitter on to be wet. Otherwise, your glitter is going to be all over your painting.
Right, you don't want that.
Or I know a lot of people just use glitter glue or glitter paint. So you can use that too. And that's a lot less messy. But what's the fun of crafts if they aren't messy, right?
And Kelly Yo says, what do we do to the inside of the eyes?
So the inside of the eyes I actually leave open. So once I do those little almond shape, then I just do the little parentheses or a little circle inside of there, and then I left it open. Since it's kind of stone, there's not really there's not really anything to it. If you want to add a little highlight in there, you can, like this. Just add
And then
it
Shannon Ditt says, where do we go to post our work again?
on our Facebook page. So on the event page, there's going to be a post that says, please post your photos here. Post those photos as comments in that section. And we'll grab them from there in a couple of days, and we'll put together a slideshow for Frank the Gargoyle's page.
Yes.
And we'll share that. All right. Still have my white. I'm going to come up in his nose. I'm going to add a little highlight in his nose. And then I also want to give him some teeth. So underneath these little, just going to kind of bring some of that little white down like fangs. Right under those two little curved sections of his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Callahan.
Hi, Daniel.
Our YouTube is Mimosas Masterpieces. One word.
Yep.
You'll see the logo, and then you'll see the list of all of the paintings. They're all the thumbnails are the actual painting of what it is that we'll be painting in that session.
You got it. And then I'm gonna, while I have a little bit of white, I'm gonna come up here and add a little bit of highlight in my hat. So this little corner section here, and then just this little section here. We'll add some white in there. And that's pretty much it for our gargoyle.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Yannette Stanton says,
Go ahead.
we're way behind here. How do we make the hat look like it's folded? And not that I don't know how to draw.
It's okay. Nope. So when you do your hat, what I do is I kind of start with, when I don't know where you started with it or if you've gotten it. So I kind of came up like I was doing a hat this way, like a big triangular shape. And then you can just do another little triangle coming this way. And then really what makes it look like it's folded is that black area. So what you'll do is you'll take a little bit of black and kind of section off the hat there, and then bring that shadow down into the hat over here. And then it'll look like it's folded over.
Okay.
Yep.
Valerie Lynn says, can we add a hippo, please?
Yes! I knew that was coming. Yes. Okay. So, let me finish for the I just noticed something that I didn't finish on the bottom. So, for those that are finishing up the Frank the Gargoyle and don't want to stick around for hippo, last set of instructions here. All right, so I'm going to come around and finish off by adding a little bit of an outline to the bottom and the edge of this, and then a little bit of a shadow underneath those chains. That should have been done in the darker gray, sorry. That should have been done that darker gray under those chains. Just a little bit of a shadow under there. And same thing with under his toes. Like if you want to add a little bit of a shadow underneath in between those toes, you can do that. I'm just using that tiny brush to kind of get some of that darker color under there. And then I kind of come on the left side of each one of those letters for Frank, so it looks like it's kind of in the stone. Okay, and then we shall sign and date that painting if you're done. And then for our hippo fans, let's get a hippo in there.
Okay.
So for those of you that are ready to head out for tonight, thank you. For those of you that want to stick around, let's get a hippo in there. All right.
Angela Bulk, we always save the video when we're finished doing these sessions.
Yes. All right. Any other is there any other questions before we start the hippo? Let's check
Nope.
in with everybody else.
Everything is done. That was the last person to put in a video. Put in a post.
The comment? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's get a little hippo in there. Do a mini version of that one. All right. I'm gonna make him kind of like my purple color because I like purple hippos. I'm gonna come back over to my purple, scoop of blue, scoop of red. Let's mix. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of white to that. I'm going to take a little scoop of my white and add to that. Just want to make a purple color here. Oh, purple. There we go. All right. We got a purple. Okay, here we go. How big am I making my hippo? That's the question. Let's come over here. We'll do a little hippo. All right, let's start with our two little circles. And a little smile. So 2 little circles. And I'm going to kind of close off like that little mouth there. My honey. I know you're getting sick over there. All right. And then we'll do curve line up and around. Give him some ears. 1 and 2 ears.
Okay, so now Jen Barrett says, can you give us the last day to submit to make the the Christmas Gargoyle slideshow?
I'll make sure I post before I take them, but maybe let's say a week. Okay. Let's give it a week. So by next Thursday, I'll make the slideshow on Friday. Next Friday, I'll make the slideshow for you.
There you go.
Okay, so next Thursday is your deadline.
Okay, so you got a week.
Okay, that's right. Got a week. All right, are we doing a standing hippo? Are we doing a sitting hippo? Let's do a standing hippo, I suppose. All right. I don't know, do we want to do a standing hippo? All right. Now I'm going to do a side standing hippo. All right, let's do a little oval for his body this way. I'm sorry. I know, I'm still painting Rascal. He's like, oh man, thought we were done. All right. So
at least we got a lot of happy people here. Lisa Krupa Pazdor says, mine doesn't suck. Yay!
I love you guys. You're so cute.
And Kathy Ann Powell says, mine looks pretty good. This was fun.
Gotta trust the process with me. Yay!
That's right.
All right, let's give him some feet. Let's give him some little legs. So again, we'll do 2 little curved lines here. Curved lines. You know, it's really kind of hard to see. And then I'll do a little curve on the bottom. Curve on the bottom.
I'm zoomed in.
So they look like backward J's right now.
They look like backward J's.
Yep. And a curved line this way.
Trisha Ford, don't worry, we'll have the video posted as soon as we're done here.
Yes, we will. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing back here. Another little backward J, and kind of close that off. I feel like I need to like lighten it up and darken it up so that we can define those legs. All right, so let's take a little scoop of that purple that we made. I'm going to grab some more white to lighten. And let's do the front leg with the lighter color.
Yolanda Hall says, this was my first painting event.
Aww.
This was a lot of fun. Mine
Good.
looks like a mad cat. I will post it.
It's okay. You know, hey, mad cat, mad at caring.
Oh wow, pretty good.
And then take that lighter color and let's come right across the top of our hippo. And again, that lighter color, and come around the edge of each one of those little circles. You can even come around the edge of each of his little ears too. And I need to do a slightly darker color. So slightly darker, let's see. Again, I'll do my little blue and red mixture. I know I'm going quick, guys, I'm sorry. Getting you out of here. All right. All right, we have that darker purple now. So I just mixed another little bit of red, little bit of blue for that darker purple, for that inside leg. And we'll come in his face and do this section back here. Are we putting sunglasses on our hippo, or we'll just give him some little eyes? Let's just give him some little eyes. All right, I'm gonna switch to my tinier brush. It's my tinier brush with my, let's grab some of that light purple. Let's give him a little tail. And then, dun, dun, dun.
David Hines says, thanks, we had a great date night.
Aw, you're welcome. That's so cute. I love that you guys did date night. All right, I'm gonna come around the bottom of his mouth with a little bit of that light color. And then I'm gonna rinse and dry and go to my black and give him a couple of details here. So rinse and dry, go to black. And let's do a little circle up here in his nose. Again, I'm going to kind of use that same thing. It's kind of a circle and a little curve. A little dot here.
Patricia Costello says, my hippo has a hidden Mickey.
Oh, see that? Art is awesome.
Jacqueline Middleton says, I'm a first timer and I'll be back.
Aw,
Thanks,
thanks, Jacqueline. All right, so we've got his nose up there. Let's give him 2 little dots for eyes. 1, 2. And then underneath those 2 little circles, let's kind of outline that a little bit. Kind of finish that mouth off a little down there.
Yes, Melissa Chapman says, I didn't make it to the art store today, so I was just watching along.
It's okay.
I quite enjoyed it, and we'll definitely be doing a Frank painting soon. I also plan to check out some other paintings on your YouTube channel.
Awesome. Well, we'd love to have you.
And if you need supplies, you can always go to our website, mimosasmasterpieces.com, and you can order your supplies there, too.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. Night-night. I'll be up to cover you in a few.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, bud.
Good night.
All right, let's see what else we got. If you want to just kind of start outlining a bit, you can. Kind of come around again with that little bit of black, light pressure.
Abby Bennett says, my son and I did this together.
Aww.
And he cracked up because he said that the gargoyle's toes were all messed up as mine are. Oh no, he said the gargoyle's toes are messed up as mine are.
Aww.
Thank you guys for a fun night and for getting me out of my comfort zone.
Aww. You're so welcome. That's how we grow though, right? We have to get out of that little zone for a while. I know sometimes it takes me a bit of time to kind of free myself up from those things that we're afraid of, don't think we can do. But if it's one thing that I love that I've heard over the past few months, it's that we've helped people build their confidence in doing painting. And you can paint, you can do it, I promise.
Yes, you can.
It takes a little bit of faith, a little bit of trust. And
Crystal Littlewood says, my dad always walks away for a few minutes and then comes
back
and is always surprised at how it looks.
That's right. See?
He usually thinks it looks better each time after that.
Exactly. Sometimes we just have to walk away a little. All right, so I kind of outlined him in my black, a little bit of black. I'm going to rinse and dry, and then I'm going to add a couple little extra highlights in here. So maybe on the inside of those ears, I just grabbed a little bit of white paint. Do the little curve of his mouth. A little bit of a white highlight on the edge of each one of those legs.
Yeah, David Caitlin says, I have to leave, but thank you both for everything you do.
You're so welcome,
Once mine
guys.
is dry, I'll send it to you for your gallery, and I'll be back for
Yay.
more.
Awesome.
Mind you, I think I need to work on gargoyle feet, because I'm a first timer too.
Listen, mine do not look like mine. They look totally different. And it's kind of like, you know what it is. So there's no perfection. It's okay. It's all good.
So you look at the feet on both of them now.
I mean, do we need like a little bubble that says "Go away, Karen"? What do we need?
Steve Greeno says thanks.
You're welcome.
This is the first time I've painted in 20 plus years.
Aw.
I enjoyed it.
That's so awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Well, I enjoyed painting this. I know it was a challenge for a lot of us, and that's okay. I'm going to sign and date. All right, Rascal.
Now Rascal's getting excited because he just said the magic words.
I said sign and date. I know.
When you say that,
I know. I said.
It's like he knows.
Oh,
it's like he knows what she's saying.
it's the first painting of 2021.
It's the first one.
First one of 2021. Look at that. Almost did 2020.
Oh,
Yay.
you almost did it 2020?
I did.
And Rascal says, you're done, Mommy.
It's
You're done.
okay. It's alright.
He says,
It's
it's time.
okay.
You can go upstairs, Mommy. Now we can go upstairs. I can get you back.
It's okay. Oh my
He
gosh.
says, come on. It's enough. It's enough. You painted a hippo. You painted a gargoyle. What the hell? Can you just give me back my time?
Oh my gosh. It's okay.
He's so needy.
It's okay. Yes, I know. Oh my. It's
All right,
okay.
don't complain.
We're
Don't
almost
complain.
done.
Then he's going to
We're almost
negotiate.
done. We're almost done.
Yep.
I love you
Come
too.
on, Mommy. Come on, Mommy.
I love you too. Yes, we're almost done, bud. Almost done. Almost done. Almost done. Oh my gosh.
That's our Rascal.
He's crazy.
That's right. Don't eyeball me. I'm talking about you.
He's talking about you
That's
again.
our Rascal. Our Rascal is ready to go.
Yes, you are.
He
I
let her
know.
paint. He usually gives her 2 hours. And then once you get over the 2-hour mark, then he gets upset.
Thank you for that.
That's our Rascal. Yes, he's spoiled
It's
rotten.
alright. It's alright.
We love him.
It's alright. Tell him. It's okay.
He's our rescue dog.
It's alright. Okay. Alright.
Oh yeah, he's really,
Oh my
really
gosh.
ready for you to end this. Okay.
I know. Alright. I think we got it all. We got a little hippo in there. If you want to add a little sign in there, you can add a little sign in there. We can't wait to see the creativity that you come up with these because I know there's going to be sayings on them.
Yes.
I can't wait to see them. So remember to post those photos as comments in that post that we put up there. And we added that link to our virtual tip jar. Those tips will go to some type of anti-bullying campaign or foundation. If you have ideas, please message us about where you feel like they should go. If you have something that's near and dear to you. We saw a couple of comments, and I'm going to look into those, but help us out with that.
Yes.
We definitely will take your feedback on that.
And we're definitely grateful for you people joining us tonight, especially
Yes.
all you people that joined for the first time. Please visit our website, mimosasmasterpieces.com, and our YouTube channel is always up and running. Make sure you subscribe when you go there. That's also Mimosas Masterpieces,
And then
one word.
don't forget that next week is the Hippos for Charity. So we'll be painting the Hippos Our Christmas AF next week on
Okay.
Friday, I believe.
All of those
It's
new
on-
events that are coming up is right here on our Facebook
Right.
page. And for all you people that are new, that are waiting for this video to come up, the video will
We'll be up in a couple of moments.
in a couple of minutes. It'll be right here on the Facebook page.
Okay. Awesome. That was fun.
All right. Thank you,
can't wait.
everybody.
Have a great evening. We'll see you guys hopefully the next day or so. We'll be back on Saturday to paint Gilmore Girls paint night. We're kind of
That's right. We have Gilmore Girls Paint Night on Saturday.
Yep.
That
And
starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
we figure about 3 hours for that. We're gonna take a little break because there's 4 small. It's kind of pop art. Also a pun on play on words on Pop Tart because that's their favorite food. So 4 little paintings for that one. And then Sunday, if you would like to join our Zoom session, that one is a $15 fee. You can sign up on the website and you'll get the link to join us and Zoom with us with the penguin when we paint the penguins.
That's right.
All right. All right, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
I know I'm done.
All right, Rascal. She's all yours.
Have a good night, guys. We'll see you guys soon.
All right,
I know,
Rascal.
Rascal. I know.